Hello, everyone. We are in unprecedented times. That cannot be understated. And there is a lot going on around the world, and many of you are being forced to stay at home. And some of you, because of that, are maybe looking to spread your own message of positivity at this time. And we here, as educators on this platform, want to help you grow your channel. We do that every single week here at vidIQ, but today especially, what we're going to do is channel audits. So take a look at your channel and give you advice on how to grow it. But we're doing it by donation only to a very special cause. Let's do this.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.
vidIQ.com.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rob. Welcome back to vidIQ, the YouTube tool, channel, and academy that educates you on your YouTube journey. And today we're going to be doing exactly the same thing, but we're doing it with a very special cause in mind. If you're watching this on YouTube, you should see some buttons, which I'm just going to show you what they look like now. This is, I don't know why it's showing that my stream isn't streaming. I'm sure it is. But on the right-hand side here, you can see a donate button, which is to the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund for the World Health Organization. You can either use the donate button there or the donate super chat down here. And either way you do that, and there is no pressure on the amount that you do that. We're not asking for thousands of dollars. $1 is fine. Whatever you can spare would be fantastic. What you donate means that we are going to audit your channel. So we're not doing anything random. There's no forms to fill out. We're doing this by donation only. I say a lot that we don't want to create a financial barrier for the services we provide, but this is for something that's far more important. We are joined on the live stream, as always, by my very helpful and supportive auditing team. Those include, first of all, we have Liron in the house. Say hello, Liron.
Hello, everybody. Nice to be here again on yet another live stream. I think we're doing so many of these, but this is for a good cause. So, of course, we're back. We're there to help you.
Absolutely. And Dan should also be in the house as well. Dan, are you there?
I am here. How's it going?
In your own house, of course. Yes, we're all doing very well. We're all healthy and safe, which is the most important thing, and hopefully all of you are too. So I just want to share how this is going to work, because we're having a little bit of technical problems with this, how this is generally going to work. But if YouTube is working, what should happen is that when you press a donate button, you will see your donation appear here somewhere. So already, I think we've raised over $100. So that's fantastic. We've already raised $100 for this cause, which is amazing. We really do appreciate that. Thank you very much. Let me just tell you a little bit about where this money is going to be going, and that is to the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund for the World Health Organization. This is the site where the money is going, and all of the transactions are managed by YouTube, and I think YouTube are also doubling up on your donations as well. So none of this is going through vidIQ. There's no financial gain for us or in any way. We're just joining this fundraiser through one of YouTube's tools in order to raise awareness. There is a link in the video description, and there's also a full description of how this all works as well in there. So what we're doing is we're prioritizing by when these donations come in. So the very first person who donated $50 here, which is incredible, is Where Lego, and we're, I think, professionals at auditing Lego channels by now. So I'm going to take that, and hopefully when I do a search on YouTube, that's going to appear, and then I'm going to share this with both Dan and Liron so they can take a look at the channels. Yes, that comes up as the first result. So I'm going to press some buttons here, which should allow Dan and Liron to see it. Dan, Liron, confirm you can see that?
Yep.
Yep, okay.
A little bit of a delay, but we're there.
Folks, Dan, Liron, take it away with auditing this channel as I just do some technical changes here on my side.
Okay, so
Unleash your Lego.
Dan, you can get going. The one thing I will just say for people in the chat who are saying that in your country you cannot donate, it is one of those things that YouTube just hasn't rolled out to everywhere. Unfortunately, nothing much we can do, but stick around anyway. There's going to be lots of value, as you'll see Dan knocking it out of the park with his favorite Lego channel. Take it away, Dan.
Yeah, and for all these folks who can't donate, sorry, Dan, to interrupt. For all of these folks who can't donate, we do a regular live streams on a Tuesday, which are completely free as well. So this is not a one-time thing, but we apologise, and you can blame it on YouTube, not us. Sorry, Dan. We're going to give you 30 minutes now to talk about this channel.
30 minutes. Okay, first of all, I've never seen this channel, at least in this setting. I was going to say, I think I've seen this person maybe in the Discord because some of this looks familiar to me.
Cool.
But we are Lego. So off the bat, I do like your banner and your thumbnails, very reminiscent of Lego, obviously. I think if someone were scrolling by, they would notice immediately, like, oh, a Lego channel. With that said, and you've done live streams too, and very interesting. They're not super long either, so I'm guessing these are building live streams, perhaps.
Yeah, quick build ones, which is interesting for live streams. Yeah.
Yeah. Your latest thumbnail is really, really hard to make out. You almost miss the characters in it. But I do like that you're doing custom thumbnails, and it looks like you're playing around with a lot of different styles. I think you did a good thing by trying to get away from Lego background and then an uncropped picture of a Lego set in it or something. It kind of looks weird. Like here's something I built, but here it is on a smaller screen than a thumbnail.
Yeah.
You know.
Good point. Yeah.
So I would try to get away from this theme that you've created of a Lego background that's always the same. I know you're probably trying to go for like a style, but I think you would do yourself a lot of favors getting away from that and just making the build you do kind of the hero of the thumbnail. And on the subject of your just looking at the videos here as they are, some of these live streams, I think you could do yourself a lot of favors with stronger titling. People find live streams kind of the same way they find videos, or at least they have an opportunity to. They'll also be categorized in a live section of YouTube, but putting your name first isn't probably going to get searched. Yeah. So I would focus on the Lego set you're playing with that day. So like if a new Harry Potter set came out or something, you could be doing yourselves a lot of favors by making your titles reflect that.
Especially this one here where he's building the Millennium Falcon set. That's like really rare and difficult to get hold of, and like you got one to build. And so yeah, definitely include like the set or the model number, that type of thing.
Yeah, Millennium Falcon doesn't appear in the title at all, and it's clear that that's what you're doing. So your titles definitely need to reflect that, and I think you don't really need your name in them. If you do put your name in them, I'd put it at the very, very end of the title, because that's not really going to be what the strong search terms are going to be for. Yeah.
You've got 26 minutes left, Dan. Anything else to add?
You just reached 100 subscribers probably pretty recently, so congrats on that.
Yeah, congratulations on the milestone.
Let's talk about 108 subscribers, breaking them down from 108 down, so 107. Your 108th subscriber was not me.
All right, stop it. I think this channel is still finding themselves on YouTube a little bit, and like I said, Dan, I love the fact that they're doing something really creative. They haven't executed it quite right yet, but they're thinking of how the Lego theme is going to work on each of their thumbnails. I guess the one thing I would say, because we are auditing so many Lego channels on our channel audits recently, is what will set you apart. We did one on Tuesday when the guy was actually creating mechanical builds out of Lego. So like a McDonald's dispensing machine and a pinball machine. Yeah. You're doing like one day doing city builds, and then another day you're building a Millennium Falcon. So I think at some point you're going to maybe need to find a bit of a niche there. But I think right now, continue experimenting. You're 25 videos through your journey right now, get to 50 videos, 100 videos, and then see where you can go next. I actually remember this thumbnail as well, because we were talking about how many Lego stores are there in America, and he's tweeted that from what we were suggesting on Discord last week. Right. Liron, do you have any final thoughts for Where Lego?
Yeah, I think just titles are the most important thing. What's going to work? What are people searching for? And what sets you apart? At the end of the day, it's all about you, and it's about like, what do you bring to the Lego community? There's so many of them. Why are you different? Why is someone going to come back to we are Lego? And I think that's important. I love the fact that you're experimenting with lots of things. Go back into your analytics. You've got a couple of videos up. You've got 100 subscribers, which is awesome. Go see if you sort by most popular, which I'm sure Rob is about to do as we chat. 5 steps. There we go. 5 steps to become a Lego builder. By the way, great
listicle tutorial. There we go.
Listicle works every time. Yeah. Look at the next one. How to. Next one. How to sort your Lego. How to build a Lego. How Lego can give you pain. So straight away, if you look at your top 10, your top 8, 9, 10 videos, how to probably makes up 5, 6, or 7 of those. Make how-to videos. That's what people are searching for. So sometimes the answer is actually in your own, right there. Just sort by most popular.
Yeah.
Pull down on those.
We have got the Jedi channel auditor in today. Leron just picked it apart perfectly what he needs to do there. We are Lego. Thank you for the $50 super chat. That is awesome. And look at how many we've got already here, folks. Just thank you. Thank you for all of these donations. We had no idea how this was going to do, and already we've probably exceeded expectations, probably $200 right there. But we got channels to audit, so let's get through this as quickly, well, not as quickly as possible. Let's see if we can audit as many channels as we can. Aldi Mama is the next one. Before I click into this, it's something about the Aldi supermarket. Do you have him in the US yet?
Nope.
Oh, yeah.
Aldi.
We don't. Where do we have Aldi's in the US?
Well, East Coast has them.
Yeah. I think they're dotted around some states. Anyway, so what we're assuming here, looking at this, is like one of those thrift haul cheap shopping type of ones, and it's great that you've really put your stake in the ground and said, I'm going to be the Aldi or Aldi, however you pronounce it, shopper looking for the cheap stuff, and that's looks to be where most of your videos are centered, with the Aldi in the top left hand corner of the thumbnails. Like, what is this, reviews of products from there?
They do a lot of their own generic kind of brand, so there's probably a lot there.
Oh yeah, and I love all this stuff. I wish I had them in Canada. I used to get them all the time back in the UK.
Yeah,
sorry, that sounded like a plug for Aldi there. Many other shopping supermarkets available.
This is not sponsored by Aldi. Rob, if you go to the top of that channel, the one thing we always look at is the channel banner, and I like the idea of what you've got written there, but the text doesn't really stand out. It kind of almost gets lost into the background. Isn't it? Yeah. So LD Mama, food reviews and shopping hacks save you money. Great value proposition right there, right off the bat. Okay, I know exactly what this channel is about. You know, a channel banner for everyone. Just look at your own channel banners right now. It needs to tell you two things: the what and the why. What is this channel about? Why should I subscribe? So this does it beautifully. Food reviews, shopping hacks to save you money. Beautiful. It's about the viewer. Did a really good job. I would worry kind of about the flatness of the white on the background. So I would look at making that pop a little bit. And the fact that you're in the thumbnail, in the channel banner is great because people connect with people. So that's beautiful.
I thought of a value proposition here. All the money you can save. There you go.
We need one of those sound effects.
Travis isn't here right now, but I'm sure he'll chime in soon.
So the other thing is, speaking about connecting with people, maybe even in your avatar, in your channel, you've got LD Mama there. I'm thinking, could you put your face in there and still have the LD colors and maybe the logo in there somewhere, just so that people can instantly connect with you? Every time they see your face, they kind of know, oh, hold on, I know what this channel is about.
Yeah.
So little things like that really send some very, very strong signals. Thumbnails are good. Lots of color. You making the YouTuber face, the oh my goodness face, which is great. Again, it's more of what works.
I've got a couple of suggestions here. Get a ring light, because it feels as if you're cutting yourself out of the background, but you're not very well lit on something. Just as an example, I think that one, you're not that well lit, whereas this one you are, so there's a bit of inconsistency there. A ring light will really solve that problem because it just blasts lots of light on your face. And you may want to just spend some time doing like some stock YouTube expression faces, which might help you. And then maybe like a white stroke effect, because you kind of just connecting a bit with a background, so, like a dark shirt, dark background, that sometimes isn't helping you that much. Sorry, Travis, go. God, people get really offended when I call them names. Sorry, Leron, go ahead.
Okay, so, sorry, I was thrown off completely. The thing is with the thumbnails, remember, it's about making it, there's got to be a hero of the thumbnail. So understand that LD is like a big part of it, which is great. But sometimes I'm just worried that if you're reviewing the cauliflower pasta, or pasta, depending which country you live in. If you're reviewing or you're talking about the cauliflower, make that the hero. So we know what it is, bring it up front, let us kind of see, understand what that is. And then the other thing, I'm just looking at your titles. you seem to have a lot of great word, like how to make easy instant pot taco soup. Great. That's someone might search how to make easy all of those. If you, Mr. Wilson, if you don't mind doing by sorting by most popular, we always like to have that as a little filter. Let's go look at your most popular videos. LD hacks, how to make instant. LD review, cauliflower. Oh, cauliflower seems to be a winner here. Frozen sushi. So a lot of these things are very different. I don't know if you're experimenting with title, but again, the how-to tends to pop up. $5 shrimp dinner, that's great.
Yeah.
LD how-to, 5 things to know before your first trip. I'm not sure why you got the little, I don't know, whatever we call it a pipe symbol, the little line between LD hacks.
Some people do test that, don't we? I don't think there's ever been any evidence shown whether it works or not. It could be just like to chop up the title a little bit. Like this is the title,
right.
Pipe, keywords after this, so you don't need to worry too much about them.
Yeah, but so if you look at the one on the LD 5 things to know before your first trip, I would have started with 5 things to know before your first LD trip. So the reason I would do that, because remember, a lot of people look at the stuff on mobile. So what they're going to see, they're going to see a thumbnail, and then they're going to see a first couple of letters, or first couple of words in your title. That's where you got to hook them in. And that's why frozen sushi, it screams like, click me, whereas something like, I tried the pickle hummus food review. It's a little bit longer. So that might not be, try and kind of use those emotive things like, is this the ultimate pickle hummus from LD? That kind of thing. Give people an excitement to click. But great work. I mean, I think just find what works for you and just do more of it.
Two final things I want to point out here. Channel has 114 subscribers. You look at the general view counts, except for maybe these last 5 days where like you did these videos where like you change the thumbnails and they completely tank for some reason. So I think that gives you an idea that you don't really want to touch that content. It's when you include Aldi, that's where the channel performs better. But you look at the view counts, they're similar, if not more than the subscriber count, so that's always a really good sign for a channel. You've only been going for 2 months, and look at the volume of content you're putting out right now. So you're doing all of the right things and gaining experience on the platform, and hopefully it'll start to pay off a little bit more. The one final thing I would say is that your value proposition is save you money. So I would think about how you can advertise that fact in your thumbnail every single time. And you do that with dollar amounts, whether it's save $5 or this is only like $3. And you do that in some of your thumbnails, but not all of them. Like this one here, this looks to be one of your best performing videos. Feed a family for less than $7. I think people are being attached to that on the thumbnail, and that's what's probably increasing the click-through rate on that video. So I think whenever you can tell people how cheap something is or how much they can save, that's going to really help for your channel.
Can I just add too?
Yeah, go ahead, Dan.
Such a good bit of advice, and especially because right now, going to Aldi is probably not something that's easy to do or even possible depending on where you are. So I would say that little tip that Rob just shared with you is probably going to get you through some weeks here where you're not able to go, because it looks like you're doing some meal prep and things like that as video ideas. I would go back to that mentality of like, oh, save money, but now you're at home and you're actually using the food you bought. So this meal only costs $7 is a great place to start. And just as a suggestion for where to go while we're in these crazy times, that could be a content strategy for you.
Beautiful. Next person, Hudson Vintage. Thank you for the $25 donation. Really appreciated. This is what your channel looks like. 144 subscribers. From the channel banner, I guess it's about a shop of some kind, and because you include vintage in your channel name, probably a vintage shop, although you don't have a value proposition. So we were talking about the last channel, which did have a clear value proposition in their channel banner. What is your value proposition other than it's about vintage stuff? Is it vintage stuff on a budget or of a certain style? Maybe that would help advertise the channel a little bit more in the channel banner. I think, Dan, you can have a crack here at the thumbnails. What do you reckon to these, generally speaking?
I like the idea of having the host of the video in the thumbnail every time. I always think that's cool, especially in this case where it's about like different types of items that you can hold up and things like that. I will say that some of them seem a little overproduced, like you put too many things in them, Like I need to make a custom thumbnail and it has to be clickable, and some of them feel a little bit like, oh, I thought about this a little too much maybe, because when you include yourself 3 times in it, you've taken an already tiny image and shranken it more. Enshranken it. We'll make that a word.
We have just invented a new word here. I like
Yes, enshranken. So
hashtag enshranken. Get it on Twitter, guys.
I think the pink text on the white background can be hard to read at that size. I think maybe even just a black stroke around it could help. Just little things I would tweak with the thumbnails to be sure.
Audience-wise, again, this is another smaller channel, 150, just under 150 subscribers, but the view counts are pretty healthy here as well, so they're gaining a good audience with that. Anything you would pick out here, Leron? We've got like capitalized titles. We're using those pipes again. They've tried to use some funky text here, which is interesting. I've actually discovered that you can use all sorts of weird text in your titles. I haven't done a video on that yet, but yeah. Any thoughts jumping out at you here, Leron? Generally speaking, for the channel.
Yeah, I would focus on the hero of what you're trying to show. So if it's vintage-inspired looks, maybe bring those out much closer, and then try use things like an arrow, like a red arrow, or like those red circles, so it draws our eyes straight onto the product. Sometimes some of these images are great, but just way too busy. You probably will do better having one really weird, unusual item and just drawing our attention straight to that, and that's going to get me to stop what I'm doing, read your title, and decide to click. That's the mission of the thumbnail, is to get someone to stop what they're doing. When it's too busy, the brain kind of says, "Spells over 50, just the good stuff. Come on, that's too hard." So focus.
Creators panic when they have a listicle and they think they have to include all of their topics in the thumbnail. Like, this is a really good example here. You look at this thumbnail, and there are 5 outfits in the thumbnail. You look at this one, and there's 4 outfits in the thumbnail. And which thumbnail do you think is better? And it's the one with 4 in, because it's slightly more zoomed in. There's slightly more detail. Now imagine if you just had 2 outfits and you could really focus in on a detail of, say, that one, which I can see with some like the flowers, and then this one with the flag. And because people really just need to see one thing or 2 things from the listicle, which is going to encourage them to click on it. So just, I think that Dan, you summed this up perfectly to begin with. The thumbnails are too busy, probably over designing them. Just go 50% simpler in your next couple of thumbnails and see where you go with it.
The Botox one's a good example, and I don't think I'm going to say this. The text on it's kind of hard to read, but it's a good example. When you look at it among all these other thumbnails, my eye keeps going to it because it's the least busy thumbnail. It's clear what's going on, and it's one person, and there's an action happening. Yeah, and I'm picking on that one because it's there, and among all your other thumbnails, that's the one my eye keeps going to for, just trying to look at these images and go, which one would I click?
And look at this here again, Leron. When you have how-to in the title, tutorials, one of the more popular videos.
Yeah,
exactly. The top ones are. And remember, we are in this weird time where people are not able to go out, not able to do anything. Maybe you can focus on like working with stuff you already have. Maybe you can take that and kind of create your next video. So whilst you're stuck at home, here is an outfit you can put together. Maybe best outfits for Hangout meetings and Zoom meetings, things like that. Just using the advantage of what you have and understanding the situation we are at the moment. But those view counts compared to your subscriber counts are beautiful. Just keep doing it.
All right, let's move on to the next channel, if my copy and paste is working. And it is Bad Laurie here, who I think gave us a $5 donation, which is fantastic. And we've got a couple later we need to get through. So this is Bad Laurie Sims Let's Play Build. Did we order this channel? Oh, this is a very familiar channel, isn't it, Dan?
It is.
This is a 100 baby challenge that we kind of looked at on Tuesday. I'm trying to remember what we said about this. No, it got savaged. That's why. So I remember the channel, but we didn't audit it properly because Savage was telling us how many children he didn't know about. Anyway, you don't need to know about that today. So gaming channel, Dan, what are we thinking here?
Okay, so I'm really, really glad to see a banner that not only did you niche down to The Sims, but you say that in your banner. Like, we can tell you're committed to The Sims, which is perfect. It's always good to commit to just one game if you can. So congratulations on that. And you have 42 subscribers. Your view counts seem healthy related to that subscriber number there. And the videos you're doing, I would say, are great too, because you're taking the game, and it's not just you playing The Sims. It's you doing something interesting. 100 baby challenge. It looks like you've done this a couple times. You have different episodes of it, but you have to because the challenge probably doesn't take one video to explain. I really like that because when you play a game as old as The Sims, you need to bring something new to the table. If you just play The Sims, not going to do a whole lot for you. If you do something that's new and unique, maybe you're playing The Sims with a mod or something like that. Things like that are going to get searched because it's like, oh, The Sims mods. What kind of mods are there for The Sims? What kind of challenges can I do? So I think this channel is doing a lot of things right. And yeah, 3 months old. Is that all we have?
Yeah, 3 months old, and I think almost every single video has more views and subscribers. And even though we're talking about a small sample size here, it feels like you're putting in like a lot of good hard work and you're getting some good analytics and putting them in the bank. And I feel as if maybe at some point you're going to have one video that pops with like 300 or 400 views, and that's going to take you on to the next level. So you'll see your momentum go like up and to the right. So I would just say continue to focus on this super niche.
Guys, one quick thing, if I can interrupt you for a second.
Yeah, go for it.
The one thing we always tell people is try not to repeat your title in your thumbnail.
Yeah, this is an interesting one. So go ahead on this one.
Tiny Island Living, Tiny Island Living, Tiny Island Living, 100 Baby Challenge. The first thing that you see in your thumbnail is that, and then the first couple of words you see in your title is that. So almost like a wasted effort because somebody's going to see a couple of words, as I said, on a mobile phone, and you want to be able to grab them. So maybe Tiny Island Living becomes your thumbnail, but then you start off your title with something different, like Rags to Riches series - Tiny Island Living. Try capitalize as much as you can on people's very short attention span. So, just make your thumbnails a little bit less busy, more focused.
I think this thumbnail could maybe do with a little bit of explanation. I like some text of some kind because it's funny. But
I want to say that I like the older thumbnails better.
These ones here, okay.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I just wanted to point
they seem
that
to
out.
be cleaner. They seem to be cleaner
right.
and less busy, and they seem to kind of the text seems to pop more off the screen. Whereas some of the newer ones, because of that background, it kind of muddles up what the text is.
What is this position?
I think that's when they fall asleep from exhaustion.
All right, fair enough.
Yeah, let's go with that.
Great.
Okay.
Great. Let's go with that. Okay.
I've played the game.
Oh,
Oh my gosh.
What you do in your time is your business.
He says, okay, Anonymous.
I've exhausted some Sims.
Thank you, Anonymous, for the $20 donation. That means we can't audit your channel, but maybe you just wanted to do that as a kind gesture. Appreciated. And another Anonymous $20 donation there. Michael Goff, I'm almost positive we've audited Michael Goff before, but you have donated $5. And for Leron, a lot of these channels are new to you, so we can take a look at them. That's not Michael Groff. That's a different Michael Groff. All right. Now, I should just mention, by the way, people may be asking, why don't you just click on the 3 dots and go to channel? That's not working for some reason. It takes us to our studio. So we do apologize for that. Right. How am I going to find this channel? I need to sort by channel.
There we go.
I found him. There we go. So Michael Groff, I think this is a fitness channel, and I'm right. Okay. So Leron, I don't think you've seen this channel before, so I think I'll let you take it away on this one.
Okay, so go to the top. Channel art is normally where I start. Fitter, faster, stronger. New videos every Wednesday. It's clear, right? So you know your schedule. The one thing I'm not, you might want to think about doing is giving it a little bit more of a value for me as the viewer. Are you going to teach me? Do I just work out with you? Do I understand that's what you do? What is it in it for me as the viewer?
Yeah, is it like for somebody like me who does no fitness training whatsoever, or somebody who's already experienced in the game doing that type of thing? Because like you see the guy picking up a tire, and that turns me off a little bit for me personally. But maybe that fits the right audience.
Absolutely, and that's the part I'm having a disconnect with. Like, do you have to be already at a certain level for this to make sense? Because clearly not everyone can go and pick up and flip a tire. We all use the AA like everybody else. But anyway, the idea with this is more of grab my attention. And remember, and this is what I want to just let everyone know, not just this channel, what typically happens is somebody does a search for something else. They'll find your video amongst all the other videos, and your thumbnail grabs their attention. They'll watch your video and they'll say, oh, this is cool. Click on the channel name. What else do they do on the channel? And the first thing they see is the channel art, and that makes a decision whether people stay or whether people go. So if you started up and saying faster, fitter, better, stronger for everyone, immediately I kind of say, oh, hold on, this could be for me. Okay. So just little things to kind of really help up. I do like the thumbnails. The thumbnails
I think they're great, these thumbnails.
Fantastic.
The Don't Stop one with the mask on it is beautiful. That is just superb. 5 tips for continuing CrossFit at home. That is absolutely topical and relevant. Now, you might want to experiment with some research. Like, did you do some research about what are the CrossFit tips that people are doing? How are you stacking up against your competitors? That's the important bit. Dad and I actually spoke about that this morning, about doing that research for your title, because right now, that's what people are doing on YouTube. They're home, they're bored, they're either looking for entertainment or they're looking for how-to educational content. Do that research. What would somebody search for, and why would they click on that video, and see how that applies to you. Thumbnails are great, nice and strong. The colors are perfect. You're in there. You're making that YouTuber face. It's always beautiful and works. And you seem to be pretty consistent. I mean, you're just hitting them again and again and again and again. So that's just power. Rob, could you go to the About section just for interest's sake?
I can, yes.
Okay. So on this channel, I help new CrossFitters get faster. Okay, so it's new. Okay, whoa, okay, hold up. So now there's a disconnect. It's CrossFitters, which you didn't say in your channel art, right? So if the whole thing's about CrossFit, then that should be in your channel art, because now I instantly get it. And you say, I'm not a CrossFit expert by any means. That's perfect. That's great. You being yourself. The one thing I would say in the About section, remember, YouTube does look at the section. So guys, even though we're talking about this particular channel, this does apply to everybody else in this chat here. If you look at your About section, YouTube does look at it, and it's not about you. It's about the viewer. So use a lot of those key words, key phrases that somebody might search, and use those in the About section, and then talk about you. So are you looking to get fit? Are you looking to, is CrossFit for you? During this weird times, what are the 5 exercises CrossFit people should be doing? Hey, welcome to my channel. This is what I teach you. So it's about the viewer. Okay, so just a little nugget of information. Just throw it in there.
All right, Michael Groff, I hope, I think this may be like the 3rd time we've audited your channel, but the thumbnails that I think are like on a par of a channel doing like
absolutely
tens of thousands of subscribers. I think they're absolutely brilliant. It may be that you just haven't, CrossFit is definitely your niche, but maybe you just haven't quite hit the right audience yet consistently, because most of the views are like under 100, and then occasionally you get these ones that just break out. And I'm wondering if you can just look at the content there. Was it because of good watch time, good click-through rate, or like good audience response that might help you push it just to the next level there? And pre-congratulations on 100 subscribers, which you should be hitting pretty soon. Next channel then that has donated. This, by the way, it's going really, really slowly, this page, for some reason. But I think I can pick up a level 1 here, who is the next channel we are going to audit. Let's go there. And, oh, you had a top result as well, which is fantastic. And it is a Fortnite/gaming channel, I would say. So, Leron, you can take a little bit of a break. And Dan, let's see if we can help with this chap.
Okay, so this is a Fortnite live streaming channel. Daily live streams. Okay, there you go. Gameplay, reactions, and much more. Daily live streams.
You're on a mobile device, you'll get cut off around about there. So it'll say shins and much more. So just fix that on the mobile side of things.
It's a cool banner, though. Cool logo. Yeah. I like your avatar. But yeah, if, starting at the banner.
Does he play any of these games, though? Like Pac-Man, Super Mario, Super Invader?
Really like the icons. Yeah. I wonder if you ever live stream anything but like Fortnite and Battlefield, and there's Rocket League. Okay, so there's some variety here. Which
it gives the impression it's a bit of a retro channel when it isn't. But it's just a channel banner that I'm picking up on there.
Yeah. Yeah, I see some RuneScape. I see. Okay, so you're kind of a variety streamer on YouTube. I will say what you're doing right is that your thumbnails are always okay. Well, looking at the top ones, they're not, but for the most part, some of these are different. it's good to do like not thumbnail wallpaper, even if you're doing live streams. I think it'll help resonate with your audience more, because if imagine looking through your sub feed and seeing the same thumbnail pop up over and over and over again, you're going to think that creator you've subscribed to never really uploads, when really it's a new video. So the more customization you can do with thumbnails, I think the better. If you have time to do that, I would definitely recommend it.
Maybe a different YouTuber face as well, because that face is going to be imprinted. That one expression is going to be imprinted in my retinas for the rest of the day now.
Yeah,
it's a good picture. Don't get me wrong, but it's just the same one over and over again.
You should probably take a bunch of those. It looks like you used to.
Yeah, there's one. There's a couple.
Okay, so and this is another situation where some of these thumbnails I like a little bit better, and I like them for the reason that they are different. They're just kind of changing it up a lot. RuneScape begging for millions. See, and you do better with some more games than others. So I think my best advice for you would be, and this is true of just any live streaming channel in general, whether it's YouTube or otherwise. If you niche down, you build an audience around that game, a community. The community in that game comes in and they're watching you play it. The more you bounce around, the more you need to rebuild that audience every single time you go live again. So I at least would niche down to a genre of game. I know this is, considering the variety of games you play, this advice is not what you probably want to hear at all. But if we're just talking about pure growth, I think that will happen for you a lot sooner in a niche down environment, and some games do better for you than others, and you have a lot of data here to pull from.
It looks like since lockdown in the world, you've pivoted to almost exclusively live streams as well. I don't know how that's working for your channel. My guess is the view counts seem relatively stable, around about 100 to 200, and if you're doing live streams as opposed to video on demand, you're going to be getting a hell of a lot of watch time, which is never a bad thing. But doesn't look as if there's anything really breaking out yet. I guess the problem with live streamers is that unless you're a really popular live streamer, you're not going to be picking up a big audience unless you're like teaching people how to do something. Maybe within like giving a search intent reason for somebody to watch the content as well.
It's kind of live streaming. The strategy can be a bit different, because I mean the what people will tell you when they live stream is always be streaming. Yeah. Like there's a thing with live streaming where you just want to stream for as long as possible. So I'm seeing 3-hour videos there. You wouldn't want to do a 3-hour YouTube video in most cases, but when it comes to live streaming, the more you stream, the more chances your stream is at the top where people can find it, and the more viewers it has, the more people that can find it. So you may even want to consider longer, but then again, don't do anything unhealthy.
Thank you for the donation there from level 1, Nick. Pixel.
It got really quiet.
Can you still hear me? Hello?
Oh yeah. Okay, you're back.
Okay, yeah, my internet connection dropped. Sorry about that. Thank you for the donation, level 1. Nick Pixel TV is next. How much did you donate, Nick? $5 from you. Thank you. Now, this is the channel that looks to be about content creation of some kind. Become a creator and join me in capturing life's pixels. That's a nice little value proposition there. Although, it still doesn't exactly tell me what this is about. Is it becoming a creator on YouTube, or is it like a video creator, not necessarily on YouTube? The background tends to give me an idea that this is outdoor filming specifically, and then these little snapshots have some studio stuff in there. So I think I'm kind of getting the idea of what this channel's about. Let's have a look at the thumbnails. So he has an interest in cars, we can see that, and goes to some conferences and things and motor shows. And then there's some stuff about YouTube equipment, and then some stuff about a laser beam axe and chainsaw holder. What has that got to do with your value proposition? I'm a bit lost there.
You know what's funny is Leron and I were talking this morning, and I used an example of like someone who, if they were really good with cars, but then also renovated houses. What kind of YouTube channel would you want to make? And you'd probably have to pick.
And here's Nick Pixel TV.
And here's this person who's doing almost exactly what I was describing in the example.
So, this channel is doing a lot of different things, trying to appeal to a lot of different audiences. There's some like 360 stuff that was going on a while ago. I'm probably going far too down the list now. Right, so from the last 10 or so videos, it feels a bit like a an individual's passions vlog channel is the best way I would describe this.
Yeah,
because we have like GoPro accessories on the one hand, and then it feels to me like your niche potentially could be chainsaws. Given that this one got 33,000 views, that one got 1,500 views.
Yeah,
and there's like complete outliers on the channel.
That's kind of crazy. Yeah, this is one of those situations where this person has a lot of data again, and you may want to consider niching down to one of your many passions.
Yeah, serial entrepreneur with a passion for helping others. So yeah, I think throughout the content, throughout the channel banner, throughout the description, for me the viewer, who right now, to be honest, Nick, I don't care about you personally. I want to know what I can get from your content, how that's going to help me. It all feels a little bit fractured from one topic to another. So let's say I'd subscribe to you because I'm interested in YouTube equipment. And then the next video is a live stream about cameras. Great. Then the next one's about, again, a chainsaw. Oh, that's got nothing to do with videos. Oh, now you're telling me about a pet dove. Oh, that's got nothing to do with camera equipment. I'm out of here. And then somebody just subscribes because you've been to an auto show, and then you're talking about chainsaws again. I think if you ultimately, I understand this, it might be, but I just want to make whatever videos I want to make on YouTube. That's absolutely fine. If you want to do that, continue to do that, but you will probably stick in the same sort of plateau that you have, where you have like 1,000 subscribers. Some videos get tens of thousands of views and others get hundreds of views. And if you want to create like a niche or a pocket of an audience that's going to start to build momentum on a channel, then you need to decide, yes, Nick Pixel TV is actually going to turn into Nick Chainsaw Dude channel, and that's all you cover on that channel, and then you can create other channels to talk about your other passions. Am I wrong here, Leron or Dan? Convince me otherwise.
I don't think you're wrong. This is kind of what I was talking about earlier today. You have a lot of things you're probably really good at and knowledgeable on, and it's very tempting when you love creating content to cover it all. But test that at first. Start covering it all, and then when chainsaws take off, I hope you really, really like chainsaws, because you can have a fantastic chainsaw channel.
Yeah, and let's just sort my most popular and see if like there's a theme of videos that are all like of the same thing. Because he's been doing so many things over such a long time, you're going to get these weird outliers where a Canon video does well, and then a fuel filter for an ATV there. Leron, anything to add? You've been quiet. I want to force your hand here. What do you want to say?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Okay. So, I mean, you guys have pretty much covered it. I think that the most important thing is that the one thing I will say is, it seems like a lot of these thumbnails are screenshots. So maybe
we haven't even talked about them. Yeah,
it's not even not the best representation. So you've got here the GMC Lite, for example, but it's so far back. I would have loved to see a nice close up of it, very much like the GoPro accessory media kit that you've got there. Is nice and close. There's nothing disturbing it. I know what this is about. But that was a 1 hour and 29-minute video. So that's a long time to look at accessories. So again, maybe experiment with short videos, then go for longer videos, look at your retention, look at your watch time, and make decisions based on your passions and what your audience wants.
All right. There's been a lot of donations here. I think we may have to pick up the pace here on some of these channels. The next one is Chess Geek. Let's see what we can get from this channel, which has, I'm just going to check. They donated, what was it, $1? And is it the right image? Just need to check here. Oh, this is going so slow.
Oh, yeah, it's the right image.
It is the right image. Okay. Traps, puzzles, openings, and more. We don't see that many chess channels. I think this may be one of the first we've audited. First thing I would say, looking at the thumbnails right now, is I think this may be one of these unique examples where you do need to show like an image of the board or something, like the move you're about to execute or you're trying to defend, etc., because as you've used the term before, Dan, thumbnail wallpaper, this is pretty much it. If I looked at this one, take advantage of an extra material versus top 5 tips for chess endgames, I may be mistaken that it's the same thumbnail if I'm not looking too much of a text. So yeah, there's very similar text throughout.
It looks like you're heavily reliant on the, I guess that's the king chess piece as like your signature, object in every thumbnail, which can be fine. But with the font never changing, the colors never really changing, and the text staying relatively the same like length, people's eyes will skip right over that as you put out new videos to your subscribers. I think they will miss some of your content because they'll realize that, oh, you haven't posted a new video in a while. You know what's interesting is on your latest video from 20 hours ago, you have 59 views, and the other videos you haven't reached that point. And what's unique about it is there's no chess piece in it. That might be a hint at my theory there that you put a different thumbnail out for once, and people are like, oh, cool, my favorite chess channel uploaded a new video. It's been forever.
Yeah.
So just something to keep in mind.
Top five. The one thing on that is that, remember with chess, that this chess board is very distinctive. Like you've got it in your channel banner. So you might be able to use that to your advantage. Maybe use that as a very, very light background so people can instantly make that connection with you, as opposed to one big king, which basically takes up your entire thumbnail.
There we are. Thank you, Chess Geek, for the donation there. No Time Gamer was next. $20 you donated. Thank you very much for that donation. I think we've audited this channel maybe a couple of weeks ago, Dan. Is that right?
I feel like I've seen the NTG before, but I don't know if we've audited it.
Yeah.
Maybe they're in Discord.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't think we've audited this channel before. At least I haven't.
Lots of different games. I'm sure I remember seeing that Mario Maker thumbnail before. I said every single I remember this is a channel about if the gamer has no time on their hands and they just want to find out something very quickly.
Oh.
This is the reviews and content for the busy gamer. So an interesting proposition. It does mean that you're like jumping from review to review, game to game, and we understand that because you're not necessarily focusing on one game. And I have seen other channels that try and do this, where they play the first level of every single game on like retro games, where they don't want to just cover the first game, but they have a unique value proposition. And they haven't really picked up traction yet, except for this one Doom one, which got 700 reviews. They tried to double down on that, and it didn't really work for them, which is interesting.
Yeah, why I'm worried about Doom Eternal is great because that's controversial. Look at the like ratio on that.
Yeah,
but you did well with it. Like you had an opinion about it that people didn't agree with, but there was engagement there.
It's funny, isn't it, when people say are dislikes bad for a video? And my response would be any engagement is good engagement, and as long as you can back it up in your video, and if there is disagreement with that, absolutely fine. As long as people care about the content, that's the most important thing from purely a audience engagement point of view. But obviously we don't know what the content inside it was.
Yeah. I want to pick on this person's logo for a minute because it's in every thumbnail. Your logo reminds me of Dollar Tree. I think the colors and the font, I don't know what it is about it. And it just kind of doesn't scream gaming to me. And I know that's like a really very specific kind of negative nitpick. I apologize, but I'm going to point it out because you've put it in every single thumbnail, and it's very prevalent, and it's green and it's bright, and it draws my attention away from an otherwise really awesome picture.
Yeah, because the thumbnails are generally good in that there's a slicing too. There's a big blown up image on most of these. Yeah, some effort going in with a blurred background and stuff. So we do like that. Yeah.
Yeah, and the especially the ones that are like that bright green, like just as control. You've done a lot of work on these thumbnails where you've taken something and blown it up, and it looks cool. But then that cutting it in half isn't really. I don't think that's doing you any favors. I think your thumbnails would be more clickable if that logo went away in your videos. Because I don't feel like it screams gaming, and I feel like it's distracting from these otherwise really nice images.
All right, No Time Gamer, take that advice with good intentions, and hopefully we'll see you again soon and audit what your thumbnails look then. Raising 6 Vibes. This looks like a vlog channel to me, and you donated $5. Thank you very much for that.
Rob?
Yes?
The Raising 6 Vibes was actually on your Instagram live yesterday.
Ah, yes, they were. Hello. We're becoming best buddies here. Yeah, I do remember. Yeah, it was. They did yoga with their children. Yep. We actually audited this channel as well because I remember the dog yoga image as well on Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you, people, for coming back and donating, even when you've already had a channel audit. That's really appreciate that as well.
Was this a thumbnail audit situation too? Because didn't we do this
maybe
in
it
the
was.
Discord thumbnail audit?
Maybe it was. Maybe it was.
By the way, I think this is awesome. Someone who really wants to learn how to grow her channel and is taking full advantage of vidIQ's tools and Discords and live streams and Instagram lives. That's all we hear. That's all we're here to help with. Yeah. We're here to help you. So absolutely take advantage. Definitely.
Now, my understanding was that this channel had realised that the most successful videos on the channel were to do with their children practicing yoga. Mm-hmm. And so we're always thinking about like family vlogging channels and like where is their particular niche? And it sounds like you're really drilling down into this niche. With 300 subscribers, we're getting views here of 250, 800, 500. That's all fantastic for me. I may suggest maybe simplifying a bit of these thumbnails. Sometimes they're a bit complicated, but they're generally good. You're showing like the yoga positions, but it's sometimes the background is interfering with it a little bit here and there. Leron, I think Dan and I have done a thumbnail audit on some of these thumbnails. So any thoughts just about the general strategy of the channel?
Yeah,
maybe this needs updating up here.
Yeah, exactly. The channel art, it's my favorite topic to pick on. It doesn't, if you do yoga position with the dogs, great, bring it into your channel art, have fun with it. That's what people connect with vlogging channels, because they're connecting with another family, and you want to portray that in your channel art. The one thing I would say is you got the whole thing with cousin, with other people in a couple of these, people who don't know you yet, because as you're still trying to grow your channel, they might not necessarily be interested in this at the moment. They will once they start to get to know your family. But right now, it's more show more the position, show more about the yoga, focus on the yoga, and title your videos accordingly as well. So funny yoga challenge is great because you got the word funny and you got the word yoga and you got challenge. 3 beautiful keywords. Well, what's the next one? Advanced yoga position. Brilliant. Then you do another one, extreme yoga challenge. You're hitting it out of the park. You're doing really well. Just got to do more of those, less vloggy stuff, more focus on the yoga for now. As you get the audience, you can pivot to do other stuff with the family.
You can always include vloggy stories within the content.
Correct.
But don't oversell that in the thumbnail and the title, because people, as usual, what's in it for them, first of all, unless they're already in love with your content. But that will come if you continue to. And I think this is brilliant. We search by the most popular. The creators recognize that the yoga challenge within their family vlog, like top level topic, they've realized that's their little corner on YouTube, and now they're leveraging that with the audience. Brilliant. Anybody who's watching wants to sort of follow that strategy to build your channel up. So Raising 6 Vibes, thank you for the submission there and the donation, and we'll keep going because we are nowhere near halfway through the number of donations, but thank you for the donations. It's brilliant. MRA 380 here. It's always nice to see an image with Boris Johnson in there, looking like a bit of a fool, but what's that got to do? Is that because he's just been he's come down with coronavirus? And I'm getting distracted here. Looks like a gaming channel, and there is some GTA 5 stuff in there.
I feel like I've done thumbnail audits on this channel too.
Right.
I'll point that out. I've been pointing that out. If you're wondering what I keep talking about, it's the Discord. We have a vidIQ Discord, vidIQ.com/Discord, and once in a while I'll do thumbnail audits. I've been doing them after our channel audit streams, and I've seen this creator's thumbnails before. And I think I pointed out like the CJ funeral one from Grand Theft Auto 5. It's really hard to kind of tell what's going on in that one. What I'll say on your latest videos is that I feel like you're kind of backing away from gaming for some reason on your otherwise gaming channel.
Yeah, I'm not sure, like dropping in stuff about topical news events like an airline going bankrupt or like Donald Trump in China.
Right.
Just really fits with the gaming stuff, the GTA 5 stuff, which seems to be consistently okay for the channel.
Right. If I'm watching you play through Grand Theft Auto 5, I am going to be confused when I come back and there's like a video about like a trending political topic and has nothing to do with
Grand Theft Auto 5.
Right. Unless it's like the mock elections they do and like with like maybe the radio ads in Grand Theft Auto that get kind of political and stuff. Like that would make sense. But this is like world politics mixed in with a gaming channel, and people are subscribing to you for your gaming channel. So that's going to be a challenge.
And tidy up the thumbnails a little bit. We've talked about these red arrows being used before, but red arrow here, I have no idea what that's pointing at. I can't see that clear, and it's not clear at all. So simplifying the thumbnails a little bit would be a good thing to maybe adopt as well. So MRA 380, drop the political stuff, we think, and focus on Grand Theft Auto 5, because that's where you've been building somewhat of an audience here. One down here with 600 views, and it's a Grand Theft Auto 5 video. Did really well. How could you have followed up on that? Let's take the next channel, which is Zahir Safi. And you donated $5 as well, so thank you for that. And this is going to be 250 subscribers. I think what we're going to do is we're maybe going to audit the channels based on the size of the donation. So if we're a little lower, we're maybe not going to spend as much time because we've just got so many donations in that we're going to try and get through all of them, because we said we were going to audit your channel if you donated, so we need to stick to that. Right, cure your cravings. Zahir Safi. This feels like a mukbang food challenge type channel. Am I right?
I like the banner.
Looks to be. Some really good growth here. I guess this channel is maybe successful on another platform and are driving viewers from there to this, given that like 250 subscribers, 5,000 views, 1,000 views there.
Call to action for sure.
Now, here's a little bit of a suspicious thing. I think this content's been seen outside of YouTube, because with 5,000 views and 9 likes, that's odd.
Yeah.
So I guess this person is maybe popular on Instagram, and they're pushing viewers from there somehow. But yeah, all of the food stuff seems to be going really well. Liron, anything sticking out here for you?
By the way, there's nothing wrong with bringing your audience from another platform.
As you well know, Liron, because you've done that often, haven't you?
Absolutely. Yeah, if you've got an audience somewhere else, I have a technology blog, and I push my audience all over the place. As long as you're doing it the right way, and it seems like you're adding value and you're giving people what they want to see. So what's nice about this is you understand what your people want to see, and that's great. Now, it's a vlogging channel. I would definitely work on my thumbnails. Your latest thumbnails seem to be cleaner, which is great, and stick to the topics that you're good at. So report on what's going on. A vlogging channel is just going to get weird when it's time to grow, because you're doing lots of different stuff by the definition of what a vlogging channel is, right? Especially when you do things like topical, like we tested viral TikTok hacks. Great. What are they drawing? It's a little bit of that teasing to know, should you click on this video? And maybe that appeals to a broader audience. So I think the work here is right. It's more of, how do you finesse that? How do you niche down a little bit so it's not so broad? And then maybe kind of get your audience across to enjoy that even more.
Yep. My computer just froze for a second there, so apologies for that. Yeah, right.
Right.
So we're back.
Ninja Nerf. Okay.
Ninja Nerf. Okay, you've donated $1. Thank you very much. Appreciated, of course. But we'll maybe give you just one tip for your channel if I can find it.
But I will tell you that Ninja Nerf has been on all of our live streams as well.
Where is he? Where is he? There. Is that him?
There we go.
There we go.
Just double checking. Yeah. Okay, Ninja Nerf. Let's take a look. Okay, it is. As I thought, it was something about Nerf guns. I think generally I would be saying get better thumbnails. Whether you need like a light above your carpet, or like a better quality camera if you can, just to add a bit more detail in some of these. It's probably going to help you most. Yeah,
I would say something that's very cheap, easy to get is, well, when we used to leave the house, you go to one of those art shops and you just get yourself a beautiful like canvas or maybe some cardboard with a different background, with a different color. And that's really going to make your images really, really pop. And they don't cost too much. Get 2 or 3 different colors. So when you put a red gun on something, it really kind of just elevates that to another level. Sorry, if you're going to have text on your screen, you've got here this little tiny little make and model, I'm assuming, of what that particular Nerf weapon is.
Yeah.
I can't read that. So if I don't know what that is, I'm not going to be able to connect with that. And then you've gone like complete over the top with your latest one. So obviously you're experimenting, or you got that as a stock image, which is fine. But again, you got Nerf rival something or other. And I can't read that either because it's red on top of red.
And on the timestamp as well. I think that says review as well.
Okay. So again, the most important thing is, remember, you need to get somebody's attention. So Ninja Nerf, how are you going to get someone's attention with your next thumbnail? What's going to make me want to click? And then finally, because I know we said we're going to do a quick one, go to the top, channel banner.
Fix that. Yeah.
Okay. Just put your little ninja image in there, maybe, and then a couple of Nerf guns battles behind it, some Nerf darts. That instantly just tells me what I need to know. So keep going. That's doing nicely.
One thing I will say is the thumbnails, they're simple, and that's a good thing right now. Keep them simple, but improve the quality. Because a lot of people just make things look crazy and overcomplicated quite quickly. Your YouTube is not. Hopefully, you are receiving enough stuff. So apologies for that. All right, next one. A thank you for the $5 anonymous donation, whoever that was. And then it's OG Gables, the Pride of Bicol.
At least you'll be able to find the channel name. Pretty unique.
You are 100% right there. Just check. Yes, that is. Now, Travis always talks about making your channel name memorable and maybe and catchy. And maybe this is a bit too much, where I would never remember what this channel was called. I think I'd remember Pride of Bicol, but beyond that, I'll probably be losing it a bit.
Did you happen to mention Travis's name by any chance?
I did mention Travis's name.
Ladies and gentlemen, I made it. I'm here. I made it. I'm back. Everyone, I'm back.
Hello, Travis. Hello. I thought for a second that was the other person. I'm relieved it isn't. All right, Travis is in the house. We're up to 4 people now, which is brilliant. So, Liron, if you want to take a break for maybe a little while, because we're probably going to be here for a little longer, by all means, or Dan, if you want to take a break for maybe 10, 15 minutes, go right ahead. Because, I sense we're going to be here for quite a while with all of these submissions coming in. Anyway, Travis, we were talking about channel names and how it's good to make a memorable one. Is this memorable, or is it a bit too wordy? What do you reckon?
This could be like a language thing. First of all, there's no banner, right?
No banner.
That's one thing. Could be a language thing that we're just not familiar with. But I mean, in my mind, no, it's not exactly. The Pride of Bicol is probably a location, so people from that area probably would know what that is. Having said that, trying to figure out exactly what the content is on this channel.
It's difficult. Pancakes, coronavirus, Spain, challenge quiz of some kind. This is like everything for everyone content.
Yeah. And I think mental health and pancakes on the same channel. Well, listen, I'll be honest. Pancakes will give you some good mental health, but in general, just not a great match between the two. So I think you need to come up with whatever your true value proposition is, and then like double down on it.
A lot of content here, pushing out a lot of stuff like in the last week. That's how many videos I've done, I think. So yeah, just continue to push out the videos, find where there may be a little bit of a niche for you, and then double down on that, I would say, for the channel. Any thoughts from you, Dan, or have you taken a break as well? I'm not sure who's on with us right now.
Those things are...
All right, okay. Just Travis and I, they have taken their opportunity and they've bailed.
Out of a question, have you thought this through? Like, if these things keep coming in, do we just stay here all night?
Travis, when we started this, I didn't know if we were going to get any submissions. This is where we're at now. Right now, look at all of these.
That's a lot.
We're working our way through. I think we're maybe just before halfway right now. But yeah, I said I was going to audit them, so I'm sticking to my guns here. Right. Thank you for the $5 anonymous submission. Appreciate that. Next one we're going to look at. I think what we're going to do is probably go a little bit faster for channels who have donated a little bit less, just to try and keep it fair, so that we can get through as many as possible. Everything Aubrey here with this channel. Is that the right one? We've also had some problems as well, whereby if I try and go to this channel from here, it just takes me to the studio. So we have to manually find the channels, which is infuriating. But there we go.
What's wrong with that? Shenanigans.
Everything Aubrey, toy reporter. Oh, okay.
Hey, I like that.
Toy Reporter. That's a unique way of reaching a well-established audience, isn't it?
I think if this is what I think it is, if it's like a quote news about toys, this is a great idea. Like you're a really unusual thing and matching it with something that you wouldn't normally match with it, which is where things, viral content comes from. Think about it like this. Have you ever seen that one? Pretty much, if you think about any viral video you've seen, one of the reasons it's viral is because there's something really unusual about it. So just think about the last viral video you saw that was like really cool. It's either super funny or there's like two really unusual things about it. And I like this as a concept for a channel. Amazing idea. Now, the question is, are you doing it in that way? And if you are not, I would highly suggest you do. Make it a little like almost like a TV thing where she's behind a thing and she's, reporting on the latest toys and she's microphone. Like if you double and triple down on that, I think this could be amazing. Now,
I'm going to assume here that you decided not to make content due to FTC and Copper. Because there's a big gap between 3 months and 3 weeks, which is where it kicked in. And now maybe because of what's happening in the world and everybody's stuck at home, you're welcoming yourself back to YouTube, which is brilliant. Good to see that. And hey, look, all of these videos in the last 3 days, more views and subscribers. So that's great to see. Yeah. I would suggest one thing for your channel right now, and that is to simplify the thumbnails. They are overly busy, too much text. The toys are, I assume, the Aubrey and the toy is the hero. Sell that in the thumbnails because everything else is a little bit too much going on there.
And a banner. Let's get a really fun banner going. Make it look like a new. Oh, sorry, you were scrolled down. I think if she really is the news reporter, like make it look like a little news thing. I think it'd just be. I love that idea so much. If they can do
like with a hat and like scoop in the hat, like really traditional, very old school is that.
I was thinking more like you green screen like a news thing in the background.
Oh yeah, that could work.
Get a little news ticker at the bottom.
Yeah. All right, T-Lander, thank you for the $20 submission donation. You have just over 50 subscribers, and just in time for Travis to arrive, we're doing gaming audits.
Oh, I love Colonel Sanders. It's a Colonel Sanders dating game or something. I think PewDiePie or something played part of this.
Yeah, that seems to be their focus right now for the next for the last week or two.
Also, by the way, if you have like 60 or so subscribers, I wouldn't premiere everything. So I see that there's a premiere coming up.
Just get them out.
Or been premiere. I don't premiere. Don't premiere all of your videos. If you are premiering every one of your videos, I guarantee you that's the first bit of advice I would give you is to stop doing that.
I think whenever you're doing gaming content, there would almost be never a reason to premiere it because that means that unless it's like a release embargo on the game that you're reviewing, because people just want to consume that content now if it's gaming. They don't want to wait for a premiere. So yeah, I think you're right there, Travis, 100%. Dan, what do you think about, do you love Colonel Sanders?
No.
You don't like KFC? That's what you're saying right now, Dan?
That's exactly what I'm saying.
Yep.
I think that this is not the kind of game I would personally play. I'll say that, but I think you're doing a pretty good job with the thumbnails. I'd say your earlier one there, the part 1 is probably better than the part 4. I think they've gotten more complicated as time has gone on. And it makes it tough because you're including these backgrounds, but they're not blurred. It's just the characters start to fall off a little bit because there's too many colors and it's not, I liked it better when Colonel Sanders was like front and center
on a horse.
Yeah, on a horse, however it is. But that's
who is this as well? I think
that's them.
Them, isn't it? And that really confuses me because that looks like a Fortnite character just popping into this game.
Yeah, I wouldn't do that. I see a lot of gaming channels do stuff like that. Put their logo, put their avatar. I know you're trying to differentiate yourself, like you're trying to interject yourself into your thumbnail, make it like a theme, but not really necessary. I think it's going to be more clickable if it's less distracting. And then your titles are also very generic.
Plain, yeah.
Let's play part 1, 2, 3. Let's play part 1 is always going to do better because part 1 is a search term. but part 2 and beyond are not search terms.
Tell us something that Colonel Sanders is doing in each of these videos rather than a part.
Yes.
Because by part 4, I mean, yeah, this is like the perfect storm of, I don't want to watch this. It's a premiere, part 4 of a game you're playing that I have to wait 3 days to watch. And it's like, oh, I'm gonna search for I Love Colonel Sanders. Well, I'm not gonna search for that. But somebody's going to search for I Love You, Colonel Sanders on YouTube, not on any other video platforms, and find something that they can watch right now rather than waiting for part 4 of a premiere in a few days' time.
Right.
And I would say more content, because it looks as if gaming channel-wise, you're releasing one every week at this point, or less. Dan, you've done a video on upload schedules, and I think certainly by the time once... I would say, like Animal Crossing, people are probably going to be moved on to the next game in like 6 weeks. Would you agree with that? Maybe. So you've got like a month or so window.
You get time leading up to the game, and then certainly when the game releases. But when the game releases, it's on. Everyone owns it now. So there's some time in there when the game's new where that's your best bet, and then of course big updates come out. But yeah, try to break up your content. You don't need to upload every day, but definitely just going back to what we were saying about titles, tell me what's happening in that video. What are you showing me? Because that's the search right there. What question are you answering potentially?
I can't find this channel. Aurora Animations. Where are they?
Oh.
Okay, they must be a really small channel, because normally you'd be able to find someone by searching for their channel. So.
Yeah, and it should be like an exact match, and I can't find it.
And they speak. You probably bring it up.
Okay, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry if I can't find you, unless you just change your channel avatar, which is making it impossible for me to find your channel. But
I'm trying to find them in chat, because then I can click from there.
Yeah, if you can send me the Slack link, Dan, and we'll pick up that channel later. But thank you for the $10 submission. Hopefully we can find you soon. I'm going to find Mega Family Channel.
Mega Family.
Over 500 subscribers for you. Congratulations. And let's see. New videos every Thursday, plus extra uploads through the week. And so what kind of channel do we have here other than it's a family channel? Bits of everything, it looks to be here, Travis. So we were looking at that yoga channel before where they're kind of like really niched down. This channel looks as if it's about generally challenges, food challenges, that type of thing, the occasional live stream, which I think is great to see that you're experimenting with live stream as a channel of a certain size. I applaud you for doing that. What do we think generally?
Yeah, interesting because
interesting. Look at that one. How to make hand sanitizer, 7,000 views. Oh yeah.
I've been talking about that for a couple of weeks now. So anyone who can do that is going to do well. It is interesting though, the general, based on their channel size, their views are not bad, even though they're doing a little bit of everything.
Yeah.
That's interesting. It seems to me what does their banner kind of give you?
Yeah, it doesn't really tell. It's the sorry, it's not. It's a MAGA family, not a mega family. I do apologize there. The MAGA family.
New understand every Thursday plus extra uploads throughout the week, but doesn't really tell us, other than it's a family, what you can expect.
Yeah.
So I think what a lot of people are doing, it's doing a lot of challenges and stuff. So a little bit of everything. So they're doing whatever. And as a family, that might be the funnest thing to do. If you're asking me as a growth expert, like what you should be doing, obviously you should be finding whatever is getting you the most subscribers and views and starting to do more of that. I actually was dealing with a channel last week, a coaching client who has a family channel. And when we went through there, it's funny because they were kind of struggling. They had over 1 million subscribers, but their views have been going down over the last couple of years. So we looked at like what was working for them, and what had worked in the past, like consistently, was this like prank challenge where the kids would prank the parents. Yeah. So we worked on a thumbnail and that sort of thing, and then that video did better than any video they've done in the last better part of a year, because you just have to look at what's worked for your channel. So for this, they do a lot of content though. A week ago, and we're like, which is, that's a lot. It's great.
Can you somehow merge a hand sanitizer video with a challenge or a prank? I mean, you did it here with like you've done 2 how to make ones. Can you turn them into challenges of some kind, maybe, to merge those 2 areas that you're doing quite well with? That might be an idea.
Yeah, it's hard because we know why that's spiking. We don't know that hand sanitizer channels are going to be super popular.
True.
But I don't know. Maybe that changes. Everyone is always has hand sanitizer. Just don't drink the hand sanitizer. Whatever you do, don't do that. I like the idea of the eating a lemon without an expression. We should do that on vidIQ. That's such a
book it. Great thumbnail evolution, by the way. Look at how flat and drab they are, and now it's pop, boom, text, colors, actions. Love the evolution there, so thank you for doing that, and thank you for the donation. Dan, thank you. You sent me the link there, which means that we can now find... Oh, no. Let's try that again. There we go. How did you find it, Dan? What was I doing wrong?
I was waiting for them. They finally said something.
Okay. Right, animation channel. It looks to be here, and this looks like some kind of religious character that's doing some animations in some YouTubey stuff there, and yeah, this looks like a channel that's getting some growth here. Thousands of views on some older videos. I'm guessing you're the classic animation channel that maybe suffers a little bit from times between where you can do the animations. Nice one that you're trying to tie it in with something that's very trending right now in the world. And I love the thumbnails, really popping here, really nice, really good. And we talk about a lot of channels who have a certain character as a core of their animations, and that sometimes takes a bit of time to build that with an audience. This channel seems to already be on that route. And I guess for an animation channel, you've done quite a lot of content, like, 7 videos in the last 2 months? So yeah, I think that's pretty good as well. Anything to add from either of you chaps?
It's going to take more content. I think that's all there is to it. It's animation's tough, so you just got to try and. I think it's going to grow. I just think it's going to take time.
I love like how to get recommended on YouTube. It's one of their most popular videos. Like I kind of like the what's the word?
Chutzpah.
Yeah, thanks. That'll do. It keeps coming up in my head. I can't remember what the word. Anyway, I'm waffling right now.
Nerdle.
Yeah, anything else to add there, Travis?
No, I think it's good. Animation channels can do really well because they're interesting. But of course, it does take time between them. Just make sure that the subject you're going to do it on is going to be something that's going to be of interest by the time it gets released. So obviously, breaking news is kind of hard.
Yeah.
Whatever is going to be important for a while. But in general, look for things that are going to be long-term, kind of evergreen type of content.
Love the thumbnails. I think they really pop really nicely and well done. Because obviously, we talk about some channels, their thumbnails are put on a higher pedestal because of the type of the content they are, photography, filming, that type of thing. And I think in this animation one, the colors really pop, really shine, and there's some sort of emotion or action being told in each of the thumbnails, and I like to see that as well. Is Leron back, or is he using this opportunity to disappear completely now? Just curious.
Connected, but he's off.
All right. Aurora Animations, thank you for, look at these, another $5, another $5, another $5. Unfortunately, I don't think it's worth auditing your channel several times, but we do appreciate all of the donations here. I think we must be up to over at least $200. Unfortunately, YouTube doesn't give us a running total for these, which I've asked them to do, but they haven't done for some reason. But thank you for the donation so far. Matt Flockhart, that is you, 2,500 subscribers. And you are an insurance channel, I think, because it has your website in the channel banner. So what I might be thinking is a little less of the hard sell there and more of a value proposition. So I want you to turn this advice, reviews, and tips into something that tells us what your channel's about a little more than these advice, reviews, and tips. All right. Thumbnails, what are we thinking? They feel quite busy, these ones, and there's a lack of consistency. It's almost as if the creator is starting from scratch with every single thumbnail that they create. Maybe because they're trying to find a thumbnail that works really well for them, and they haven't quite found that yet.
Yeah, I think that's sometimes the question is, what type of thumbnail style should I use? And every niche is a little bit different. Car insurance stuff is going to look a little different than I don't know, cooking videos. Interestingly, his thumbnail, the name of the channel, as well as the banner, seem more about him than the fact that it's car insurance stuff.
Yeah, so as I look through the thumbnails now, I'm starting to get the vibe of car insurance specifically, and we don't get that in the channel banner or in the channel name.
Yeah. So, I think if you really want to be associated with car insurance, which of course that's an evergreen subject. I mean, it might be, but people are always going to be interested. It might be a good idea to double down more on that in your, if not in your channel name, because you're kind of a little bit bigger now, but in your banner and that sort of thing. Because here's the thing: if you use enough of this keyword phrase, you actually could rank your entire channel for car insurance as a search term, which would be excellent, right? This happens more frequently than you might think when you do a search for something and then an entire channel comes up. That's the biggest win you can get. So it looks like, since all of your videos seem to be about car insurance, this is a great opportunity. Make sure it's in your about page, make sure it's in playlists, make sure all your tags have different things about car insurance, and then make sure your descriptions always mention car insurance. Like, all those things will help you rank for that, since your channel is very obviously about car insurance. Now, you have one problem. It's a utility channel, which means it's unlikely that people were going to subscribe when you look at the number of people who will view the channel.
Yeah.
So get your answer on one of these videos and probably leave. In order to get people to stay and perhaps subscribe, you're going to want to have a good call to action in every video to watch a different video. Like, you now know this about this car insurance fact. I have another video over here that I'll show you in my end screen that will take you to more information about car insurance. So.
All right. Thank you, Travis, for all of those good suggestions there from Matt Flockhart. Next one is Clara Lawrence. I think it was a $20 donation from you. So thank you for the donation to what we're supporting today, which is the COVID-19 Solidarity Response Fund. This channel is one about finding my personal art style, explore different mediums, and discover inspiration through art. I would try and turn that into about 40% of that current sentence, and try and make it a more catchy value proposition. Because I think people want something memorable and something that's really grabs them, rather than having to read it out and try and understand it a little bit. Thumbnail wise, what are we thinking here, chaps? It feels similar to one of those. We look at these acrylic liquid pouring ones.
One of our mods has a channel with that.
Mm-hmm.
Watching one of our live streams the other day, really, really cool stuff.
Every video title starts with a number. Oh, yeah. Why is that?
Yeah. No real good reason behind that. Obviously, I think she's just trying to keep track of like how many videos, but I don't think anyone is really going to have an interest in, I remember 263. Having said that, if you want to be able to keep track in some type of numbered thing where you can say, actually it was video 263, don't put it at the beginning of the video. Like put it somewhere else where you can still search for it and find it easily, but don't put it as the number one thing, because
it would be interesting if, like, for the next 50 videos, you just remove that number completely and see if that has a dramatic impact on the search and discovery. Yeah. That would be fascinating to see.
Yeah. And several videos within the week, so she's very very consistent, and a lot of the videos are really long. So I also find there's a kind of point where over a certain amount of time you kind of have this diminishing returns. So I think you might want to try some slightly shorter, like the 9-minute one I think is a good length. 50 minutes may be long. And here's the thing: if you cut it into 10-minute segments, you got 5 videos out of that. I mean, or at the very least, 2, maybe 15-minute long videos, and just edit out some of the stuff that's not where nothing's happening. Just something to consider. Look at your retention times and see how long it is, and make it just slightly longer than that.
I think the titles need to be more direct to a potential viewer wanting to learn more about your art as well. Instead of Resin Art Studio set up after 2 years, title it in such a way of how to set up a resin art studio. And then you might put in a thumbnail, this took me 2 years or something. Yeah. And that has a bit more of a catchy, a compelling reason to click. And let's do that again on blue and teal tray. And my view would be, well, I've not come across your videos again, so let's try what again? So it might be how to create this type of art, whatever it is, using a blue and teal tray. Because I just don't feel as if there's enough search intent here. I think actually the thumbnails generally are pretty good. Like lots of colour, quite sharp and detailed. Like this one here, I doodled my resin. I think that looks really cool. This one here looks spectacular as well. And so I think the thumbnail, like, there's no text, and we encourage that. The hero of the content is obviously the thing that you're trying to create, which is brilliant. I think just maybe, especially with the numbers and especially the way your titles are structured, there's probably less reason for a floating viewer to maybe click on the videos. Clara Lawrence, thank you for the super chat, the $20 submission now. Okay, how we doing? We're getting there. We're actually getting there. And another 2 anonymous donations. One of $5, another $20. Thank you, awesome. London visited. Let's check out this channel. You know what? I may have audited this channel.
Sounds familiar.
At VidCon.
So
maybe
I asked someone earlier today that you guys audited, and they said it was really good.
No, I haven't audited this channel before, so that's fine. Let's have a look at this channel. I can see Tower Bridge as your channel banner, but what's the value proposition? And the reason I ask that is because there are probably, at a guess, what would you say, Travis and Dan? At least 500 London travel channels on YouTube.
Probably a lot.
And if that's the case, what makes you different to anyone else? Is it because it's a personal view of it? Is it because it's for visiting London for students or for older couples? Or is it on a budget at a certain time of the year? Tell us that as much as you can in both the channel banner and the videos that you do. Because I'm seeing stuff like Forbidden Planet. That's like a comics bookstore in the UK, but then you've got something about the London Transport Museum, then something with breakfast with free views over London. So that's an interesting one. But I guess there's not a direct connection between each of these videos as to, is it for somebody who lives in London, or is it for somebody who's visiting London for a weekend? What is your target audience? I guess that would be the question I would ask to you as a creator. Dan, you've had a bit of a break here, so let you chime in on this one. Even though I'm the English person, you're a gamer.
No,
tell us about a English travel site.
I've never been to London, and I would love to learn about it, especially if I was going there. So seeing things like Old London Bridge, I'm going to assume it's a bridge. I don't know. I've never been there. Give me a reason to search for that. I think a great title would have been, how old is Old London Bridge? Like, if you can use your titles to kind of answer questions about the places you're already visiting, I think that could be a fantastic strategy to get these videos more discoverability. Anything
from you, Travis, generally speaking?
I think you guys got it. Just not a fan of the red text.
Good point, noting out that on the thumbnails as well. I guess in this one, like the London Transport Museum, we've got red buses, but we've got red text, and probably just want to have a big, huge zoomed in image of a red bus, because that's iconic with London, and yet you kind of lose it in you pointing at it and the red text here. Interesting myth story I just want to tell you about here. Did you know that this is Tower Bridge up here, yeah? But there was apparently, and this is a fake story, but everybody believes it's true. Some people in Arizona bought London Bridge. There's actually a bridge in London called London Bridge, and they had it shipped over lock, stock, and barrel, the entire thing, and they put it up in I think it's in Arizona or Utah. But the myth is they thought they were buying Tower Bridge. And that's a common myth that everybody believes, but they knew what bridge you were talking about. That was really not interesting at all for anybody, was it? But if you want to Wikipedia that, London Bridge.
Is it a fact? Is it a strange fact? Is it a savage?
It might be one of those strange facts, and you know where they came from. But
that could be one of their videos.
Yeah.
It's explaining strange facts about the places you're visiting.
Yeah, absolutely. Let's look at another one. $5 here. Boy TGS. The Gaming Squid. I remember what TGS means now.
Oh, yeah, the phase when he got savage. Remember that was a good one.
Yeah, so some of these channels we savaged on Tuesday, but now they've come back with donations, which is brilliant. We can take an actual genuine look at these channels.
Oh, this is a different
all right, gaming channel. Dan. Battlefield, I think Fortnite helicopters, official stream, Killing Sprees, is that a different game? Halo, all sorts of games.
Right. First person shooters, a lot of them, which is a niche. That's good. I think 3 hours. I'm going to guess that might have been a live stream.
Yeah.
I think the generic advice here for me is going to be, I say generic because I tend to say this a lot. What's happening in the video chilling on Battlefield 5? Because that's no one on YouTube looking for Battlefield 5 content is probably going to use the word chilling. But what would they use? What would they search for? I think across the board, your titles need to answer those questions and try to, for your discoverability, even if you are just chilling in Battlefield 5, in 47 minutes of playing a game, something interesting had to happen in that video.
Yeah.
Like what was that about? And you can open the video with that clip, something exciting, and then get into the content where you're kind of building up to it. So there's a lot of potential when you're making content that's long. Something had to happen. What's that about? And tell me.
I think another thing for the channel is this has come from absolutely nowhere. I mean, Battlefield 5, how long has that been out for?
Out for a while now. Yeah.
So you're playing all of these games like Halo, Fortnite, etc., and then all of a sudden you dump not a classic game, but a game that's been released in the last 5 years on your
past
audience.
Its prime.
Yeah, and so how do you think your audience is going to react to that? And it looks as if, from all of the videos I can see here, it's a least viewed one. It's small sample size, but even from this, you can tell that thumbnail, that game on your channel didn't work for your audience. So yeah, sticking to the games that you know well, your audience knows well, and as Dan said, telling some sort of story to help with your audience is going to help you there as well. That is the gaming, the boy, the gaming squid, and how many have we got now? Oh, it just jumped there. Whoa. I'm going to refresh the screen because it's going really slowly. Let's see if that helps me. And maybe I'm going to turn off my own live stream there because Chrome just seems to be going really slow. And has that just really broken me completely now? Uh-oh. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Let's try that again. All right, Dan. Travis, you may need to help me out here.
I'm trying to get into the back end now so I can see if I can grab it.
Let's see if we can get this back up. I'm going to close some more screens there, because if not, you're going to be watching the screen reload itself, which isn't going to help anyone, right?
Okay, let's see viewer activity.
Let's see if I can get to it from another direction. Okay. Let's go that way.
Trying to find. Okay, there's Boy TGS again.
That's strange. We are still streaming right now, aren't we? Because is it because it's logged me out? Okay.
Did I do that?
Maybe. Hang on, folks. Let's see. Probably not. No.
Hey, why don't I entertain people while you guys figure this out?
Go for it.
I'm sending you a link, Rob.
However you want to entertain
all right,
people.
Let me tell you some strange facts, some hashtags.
I didn't mean from him.
Donkey Kong got his name because the creator believed donkey meant stupid in English and wanted to convey the impression the character was a stupid ape. This is a true story, ladies and gentlemen. Are you back up yet, Rob? You haven't figured it out yet?
Keep going, Savage. Keep going. It's all good.
The medical name for butt crack is intergluteal cleft.
What?
It is.
You told him to keep going.
Unfortunately, I did.
Are you back up and running yet, Rob?
Yeah, I'm almost there. Give us one more.
We're almost there, ladies and gentlemen. I got one more fact for you. The name for the shape of Pringles is a hyperbolic paraboloid.
You can't even say it.
The Pringles can. It's a true story, ladies and gentlemen.
Goodbye, Savage.
Okay, right,
Goodbye. Skeleton Sky Ski with the next one. So, but your donation, by the way. Oh, not that one. Stop. Get off. Your donation was $5. So thank you for that. You just repeated your channel name and the channel banner, so that confuses me a little bit as to what your channel is. And down here, IRS scammer sings to soundboard. Fake IRS officer goes crazy. Well, that's certainly a niche. Is this what on earth is this niche?
What's the live streams? Oh, I wonder if this is one of the things where they, online scams people call. I've seen these videos where like an online company will scam call and then they basically scam them back.
Oh, okay.
Kind of fun.
So that's a good niche to have then, I guess, because with 2,500 subscribers, you're getting some healthy view numbers there. I think for the live streams, you maybe need to think of a couple of different thumbnails for that if you can. And I would just say, from like a general YouTube perspective, make sure that you're not hitting any of the community guidelines. For example, bullying and harassment. I'm not suggesting that these videos are doing that, but when you're maybe doing like these prank or scam things, you're maybe potentially brushing up against things that could maybe get you in a little bit of hot water with YouTube in the future. Just something to think about. So have you got any more thoughts generally on like this sort of theme and topic, Travis?
I've seen a lot of really viral ones on like recommendation on occasion. I would definitely see, unless the live streams are really good and highly curated, I would actually unlist those and then just have your highlights from the live streams as new videos.
Yeah. Which some of these could be, although they are pretty long. So like, what are we doing for 28 minutes?
It depends. Some of them take a while before they get into the good part. It's interesting. If you've ever watched, some of them are good. Now, whether or not this channel has good videos of those, I don't know.
Yeah.
But when you watch like the ones that are well done, they're very funny.
So sort out your channel banner. The thumbnails are okay. Sort out the live streams a bit, and as Travis said, maybe you want to unlist these afterwards, and then you can curate the content into highlights and montages maybe from those. That is Skeleton Sky Ski. I think I pronounced the name right. Okay, if I can find the right screen, it's Sprish, who we're going to be auditing next.
That one in Tennis Ace, I have links for you, if it helps.
Oh,
I was trying to grab a few for you.
Yeah, maybe that does help then. So if you just send me links in Slack, Dan, and then I can just click on them.
Yeah.
That's really good. Cool. Sprish, 2,500 subscribers. Well done. Love the channel banner. Really colourful and unique. I'm not sure what it tells me about your channel. I guess maybe you might be like a personality who has success on TikTok and Instagram, and you're trying to bring some of that over to YouTube. And that feels to be the sense, given the video length, which is relatively short. So what I'm going to say to you now is that thumbnails are hugely important on YouTube, and it looks as if you're not giving them the time they probably need, especially this one here with just like a door. And these where the text is very difficult to read. So think about brushing up on your thumbnail skills for YouTube if you want to try and make an impact on YouTube. Any other thoughts, Travis, Tam?
Yeah, I think like if he isn't already on TikTok, this looks like probably stuff that's more appropriate for there.
Yeah,
it's a very hard time pushing out content that's really short like this. I don't know if they're going to get better about it. Maybe they will, because they should realize that there's a lot of views in that. But having said that, YouTube is more of a long format style of video. If you're not on TikTok, you probably should be, because you might be extra better over there.
Yeah, I think the channel we looked at when you first joined, Travis, was looked like a TikTok or an Instagram channel. But when they were doing their content on YouTube, it felt like they were almost telling a story of how they did something on TikTok, and the videos were like 20 minutes long. So they were not just copying and pasting the content from one platform to another. They were making it YouTube worthy. So I think you may need to do this for your content as well, Sprish. But certainly thumbnails, certainly video length and storytelling is probably going to be something that you need to practice on YouTube a little bit there. All right, Dan, so I'm relying on you for the links that you've sent me, so hopefully these all work. But Tennis Ace with $5 there for the submission. Thank you. All right, Tennis Ace, and I see FIFA cards at the top. Whoa, what's going on here? I'm a little confused. Oh, no, hang on. Some tennis players. Hang on, I'll take that back. I'll do it.
This channel posts a lot in the vidIQ Discord.
Oh, sorry. I got... they're all tennis players, aren't they?
Mm-hmm.
But they look like FIFA cards, so that's why I was getting thrown a little bit. Okay. Sorry, go ahead. I'm pretty sure I've seen these thumbnails before in the vidIQ Discord. So, we know that FIFA card games are really popular. So this is maybe a tennis version of that. It's called Ace Cards. So it's nice that you're trying to find like a niche within there and concentrating on it. Were we saying maybe that the cards, there's too many cards here, you may want to focus on one, like in listicle ways? And then we're having Ace Cards Plays of the Week 2. That's not very sexy title to use, is it? Like, is there one of these plays that's particularly good or particularly bad or misrated? I kind of like to see that type of thing. But the thumbnails in themselves do have some value to them. They're not overcomplicated. Yeah, I just got thrown that there were tennis players, not FIFA players, because my eyes are just programmed to think that whenever I see a number next to a player profile and then stats at the bottom, I think FIFA card games.
This very well could be a video game too. I'm just not sure without looking at them.
It likely is, yeah.
Maybe the video game is called like.
I think it's called Ace Cards. I'm just gonna let's just do a quick search. But yeah, I thought we'd get thrown into card games there.
Yeah. It's going to be hard to figure out who the competition is, because that's what I want to look at, because I really do want to advise on these thumbnails. I see them over and over and over again in the Discord.
Oh, look at this. On this channel, I make tennis cards in the style of FIFA cards. So this isn't a game at all. I don't think. This is just a unique spin on FIFA cards.
Okay.
So you're trying to create an interest in something that doesn't exist right now, which can be really good and really interesting, like merging two genres a little bit, but at the same time, other people may not get it quite so much.
How are the FIFA channels handling the cards on the thumbnail? Like if you search for FIFA cards,
they'll look pretty similar, like that.
Something about those stand out to me a little bit more, and it's not that much different. I think what it is they've taken the cards and resized, so like there's one in the front that's big, and that's what you want. I think you want someone to connect with the thumbnail.
I think you may want to have to tie into FIFA as well. Like it might. So the title in my head would be FIFA cards as tennis players. That's because right now nobody's searching for ace cards. So you're not going to get any search intent. But if you can just get a little bit of a presence in FIFA cards, and then it's like tennis players, and then maybe you could do wrestlers and all sorts of different sporting people. That would be an interesting side approach to this.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. That is Tennis Ace. That's so interesting. We thought it was a game, didn't we, Dan? Because cards are so realistic in the sense that they look like something from a game, but they're not.
They're doing something right.
So a bit more communication needs to be there, I think. They look really fantastic. If he's doing all of these manually and creating these himself, they look phenomenal. But I think if they're from FIFA cards, there needs to be a more explicit connection, I think, in the content. Next person who donated was the Bat, I think. Have you sent me the Bat as a link? Yes, you have.
I'm trying to catch up.
You're doing it in chronological order, which is great. Okay, the Bat, 60 subscribers. When I look at your channel banner, I think this is going to be a channel all about playing through Batman Arkham games on the consoles. And it clearly isn't.
No, I will say that this person, I had to ask them to say something in chat because it's impossible. There are so many channels that use the Bat as like a reference in their channel name that it was literally impossible to find this channel.
Yeah, it feels like it's a music channel. Is the Bat their music, the artistic name? Yeah, so we are called the Bat. A hopeless romantic.
It's their own music, so it's not like they're using copyrighted songs from other people. According to their About page, it's their own original music, which is cool.
So, again, I always struggle with how to suggest tips for music channels. So my ask is this music free? Is it free that people can use potentially? So you're maybe giving real value to people. Can you offer that? Because who is searching for Trans the Bat? I don't know. Do you think it's right to suggest that the creator maybe needs to sacrifice their artistic name in the title and then include it in the description and like in the video content so that they are more searchable?
Potentially. I'm sorry. I'm getting distracted because I feel like I might have seen this pop up in the YouTube audio library, but I'm just not sure without listening.
That's the other thing that I've talked about. Like, if you have original content, you should absolutely try to get into the YouTube audio library. What a great way to get a lot of free publicity for your music. I don't know exactly how to do that, but there's obviously a way to do it. I would just Google it.
Like the thumbnails though, but with music, what do you include? Do you include like an image from the album cover, or like something that connects maybe with a YouTube type scrolling through something? Tricky one.
Yeah, the thing is that none of those show that it's music related. They're really
yeah.
Yeah, it's a weird thing because how do you move beyond that? But I mean, your text says what it is. I don't know, like, what else would we say? The only other thing I could say is what you can do, what a lot of other music producers are doing, is they'll say something like a type beat. So like if it sounds like Drake, they'll do like a Drake type beat or something like that. Closest thing I can think of.
Let's move on to the next channel then. Stay Uncomfy donated. Oh, the back gave us two $10. Great. Anonymous with $5 there. Stay Uncomfy with $5 there. Thank you very much. This is your channel. And what is it about? Community love warning uncomfy topics. I think you need to emphasize that more in your channel banner. I like that. So what are you uncomfortable about?
Well, most uncomfortable game show. Most uncomfortable game show. What are those? Are those live streams? That might be live streams. Looks like these are most uncomfortable game show. So okay, so they're just saying the same thing over and over again because it's the name of their show. So they have a show format.
Yeah.
And that becomes difficult unless like it gets shared out specifically or something someone find this would be no one's going to type in most uncomfortable game show unless they're known elsewhere.
Correct. Yeah. I mean, even in this small sample size, when you actually talk about what's going on, Brave Man rips off shirt and owns his body. And that is the most popular video in the last.
There's a one that's like scroll down. I just saw one that had 1,000 views.
Let's see. Sort by most popular. Let's take a look at this one.
Yeah.
The power of facing your fears.
Now, see, that is the power of facing your fears is something that will eventually get suggested because enough people that are watching things like maybe old episodes of Fear Factor or something like that would probably watch, or something that is similar enough that YouTube can get enough watch history that YouTube will know who to share it to.
Yeah.
So that title at least helps. The rest of them are just titles about the show, which doesn't give enough information.
I think we get the value proposition of a channel, but you as a creator need to get away from the idea that uncomfy or uncomfortable is what's going to sell your content right now with a channel size that you have. When you've got like 1 million subscribers, people are going to be searching for the uncomfortable show or how you want to phrase it. But I think appealing more to search intent and like selling the story in the thumbnail and the title is going to help you more than the uncomfortable mention, I think, in titles. Also, thumbnails too busy, we would agree. Simplify them, less text, especially the purple text. It's almost as bad as red text on thumbnails, I would say. That is Stay Uncomfy. It's Ricky's channel, and it's Ricky donated $5 for you as well. Thank you for the donation. And it is a channel about technology, gadgetry, gaming, how-to vlogging.
You lost me halfway. I was in. And then
you were in at technology, but you left at gaming.
And then how to vlog. Now you've just basically shown that you don't know what your channel's about. You've shown your cards, so to speak. Because if you look at these first couple of videos, even the first 10 or so, none of them have anything to do with like vlogging, right? Thankfully, because at that point, I would probably be out anyway. So you need to make your message very laser focused, so people can get behind it and understand, like, what are they going to get when they come here? They don't want to have to guess between 5 different things. They want to have an idea.
Yeah.
And it's so you have your live stream. I built Albert Square. You have Sims. Okay. So that's a video game thing. Now you have a Nokia 1 Plus unboxing, and then another Nokia.
That is old school, that right there. Nokia 3310. I think here, Travis, you've talked about this dozens of times, and now we've got an example where we can sum up the struggle of a channel. If you jump from topic to topic to topic, and then all of a sudden one of those videos goes viral for your channel, then what type of channel are you? There's this one here about model cars, which has got 250,000 views. The video after that has 22 views because it's about biscuit cake, about biscuits. And that's a problem you have, isn't it, when you have this type of channel? Nobody knows what you're about. There's probably 5,000. Well, how many subscribers has the channel got? 500 subscribers. You probably like maybe got 400 subscribers from this video, and they all want to see model cars. But it was 3 years ago, and like there's a model one there, and that's got 180 views, and that's more popular than all of the other stuff. So you kind of turned yourself into a model car channel a couple of years ago, and it feels as if you're still struggling from that. So yeah, I think as you say, Travis, what it's one of these. It's one of these, isn't it? And it's none of these really. It's a card model channel, even if the channel doesn't realize it.
Yeah. And so you need to figure that out right away and get moving in one direction that's very clear and obvious.
All right, that is Ricky's channel. Dan, you are being so helpful sending me these links. It really does help.
I caught up for now.
Blog Hustlers. Oh, that's an interesting title name. I like that. You donated $5. Thank you for that. And your channel, Ignite Your Hustle.
All right.
Travis, I love that value proposition, don't you? That's simple, catchy. I get it. And these thumbnails are wow.
Yeah.
Woo.
I love these.
Look at the pop in these.
3 months old channel.
Awesome thumbnails. Love them. They're very much in the Roberto Blake style, and I really like them. Really like them.
Yep.
So,
and it's very focused too.
Yeah. So the channel is about it's writing blog posts. There's a lot of blogging tips here coming along. Content strategy. Blog stuff. So is it about a hustle or is it actually igniting your blogs? Because that's what it feels like. That's where your niche is right now for the channel. It may be that you haven't decided yet because maybe you're going to do 25 videos on blogs and it might be on like affiliate marketing or something like that. Because right now you haven't got the traction, but I would say the thumbnails are operating at a channel of tens of thousands of subscribers. Maybe, and the video length is good. It's like averages about 10 minutes. Maybe you want to next look at your audience retention and just make sure that the people who are watching your content are watching for a long time. If they are, and you're getting good click-through rate, the question you may be asking right now as a creator is, why have I only got 19 subscribers? Why is nobody watching my content? And I would just say, keep hustling, because at some point, if you continue to create good, consistent content, YouTube is going to reward you for that. I can't see how it wouldn't with just the quality of the thumbnails alone.
100%. I think this is one of those channels where you see, and we've seen this before, we've called it time and time again. We watch it, we look at it, we go, this channel is going to blow up. Happened with Leela, happened with Meg UK ASMR. It's happened with multiple times with people that you can just tell that they have something that's gonna do well.
They have the it factor, but YouTube just hasn't recognized that yet, and that's what it seems to be for that channel. So well done, sir. We hope you can come back in a few months' time and say, yep, channel took off. All right, the next one is CJ's Info. $20. Thank you for the $20. Awesome. I really would like to know how much money we've raised so far. Past, present, and future. CJ's Info. That's probably not enough to tell me quite what the channel's about from the channel banner. And then the thumbnails. What are we seeing here? Oh, look, we're doing channel reviews. Maybe you could do a channel. Ah, look at that. Dan, they reviewed a channel we've already looked at.
Look at that.
That's freaky. Channel audits, it's a small world. Oh, is that Liron I can hear?
I am back.
Did I hear it? Right, Liron, well, you can audit the channel. You've had a big break.
I was doing tech support for the rest of the household because whilst we're streaming here, the kids are streaming their schoolwork. So it's a new world we live in.
That's what they tell you they're streaming.
Yeah, let's go with that. Yikes. Okay, so what are we looking at here?
Channel with 3,500 subscribers. It looks as if they're doing channel audits quite a lot. Bit of stuff about what's going on in the world. The best way to drink coconut milk. So that video right there tells me that this channel doesn't know what their focus is compared to everything else.
Well, go up to the top. Let's check out the banner, see if that gives us information.
Yeah, not really.
Does not. Cool looking banner, but I don't know what I'm looking at yet. And the problem is when we don't know what we're looking at and we're spending a bit of time on this, then people who are going to very, very quickly look at your channel are not going to know either. So what's the channel focus, I suppose, is the big important question.
It's about walkie-talkies, how to save time when it's snowing, how to get Amazon cards. Are you live streaming? Oh, no, just
well, that's 10 hours. That's 10 hours.
And then what, are you live streaming a Super Bowl? I think you just need to be worried about the content he's pushing out here.
I'm curious about these channel audits that this person's doing. Like, what kind of information is this person giving to other channels? I'm really curious. I kind of want to watch one of these now and see what kind of information.
Yeah, let's not. just in case.
Right now. I mean, maybe later.
Okay. So we're basically saying here, there's 4 of us who are looking at this channel, and we don't know what the channel's about. We're completely lost. And you do have some content that's trended in the past. Maybe you can follow up on that. And if you're providing a channel audit service, great, awesome. Maybe you have a separate channel that does that, or it's about YouTube education. Okay.
Yeah, at the end of the day, until your channel has a focus, it's very difficult to know what's going to work for you and what isn't.
And that's where we're going to be stuck with advice, isn't it? Like,
just,
find out where you want to go with your channel.
Pretty much.
Yeah. All right, next one is coming up. So, Dan, if you wanted to take a break at this point, you're more than welcome to.
I just got back.
Oh, did you? Who's been taking a break? Wow, okay.
Rob, do you want to take a break?
I can't because I'm pushing.
That's right. Oh well.
And he has no way to figure out how to get out of this thing because
I'm stuck in his box. I can't move out of his box. That's the place I can go. Amanda Louise Landscape Photography. You donated 40 NOK, whatever those are. I guess it's Norwegian kroner or something along the lines of that. Okay, photography channel. We're always going to start with this. Before I even look at the thumbnails, your channel is going to be put on a higher pedestal in terms of quality and imagery. Do your thumbnails reflect that? No, because you have lots of text and red text, and that's distracting me, and your channel icon, which is distracting me from the photography. So I would be talking about simplifying the thumbnails, make the photography the beauty of your thumbnail, because that's what you're going to be showing people. Anyone disagree or have anything else to add there?
It's also, if it's photography, this beautiful picture in your channel art looks amazing. But where is you? Where is you with your camera gear, with kind of some sort of a tripod, something that just screams photography? Landscape photography is an awesome niche. It could be you on top of a mountain, and someone takes a photo behind you, and we instantly get it. And when it comes to your thumbnails, those look like absolutely beautiful images, but for some reason you've cut them, you slice them, you put an overlay with text that I can't read. Red seems to be the going color for some strange reasons, and we all hate red. Yeah. It's the worst. But these amazing photos, but now I'm not getting it. Also, you're starting out your title with landscape photography, winter wonderland. I would have gone the other way around. So like you did in your last one, which basically is winter storm landscape photography. I'm not sure. Do you teach me how to take a better photo, or are you showing me what you did, and I'm just here along for the ride? Is this a how-to channel? So again, that whole channel focus. What's in it for the viewer? When I come to this channel, what am I going to get? Why do I want to stick around? Why do I want to hit that subscribe button? Maybe I'm not interested in woodland photography, but boy, I would definitely want to stick around when you do something else. But tell me why I need to be here.
I was just going to say, having said all of that, 79 subscribers.
Nothing wrong with that.
First video, 550 views, 140 in the next one. You're getting traction. People are connecting with your content. Right. Maybe once they get into the video, they're really enjoying it. Just sell it more in the...
Just get it. Yeah, exactly. Get me to click. Why would I want to click? Because it looks amazing, but I don't know that from a quick 2-second look. I love the avatar. I love your image in there. That looks great.
Yeah.
I'll remember that. And I think that's perfect. That's an
all things being equal. If this channel really didn't start 6 days ago, to have 79 subscribers,
absolutely.
Oh, I didn't even realize. Was that 6 days ago? Yeah.
That's real.
Yeah.
Yep.
Well spotted there. All right. This is so €50 donation from an anonymous person. Wow. Awesome. Wow. Brilliant. Well,
hey, hold on. Did you miss the key mods?
Oh, I did. Dan, did you send me a link?
I sent you that one, didn't I? I remember going to it.
All right. Okay.
Are the three little dots thing still not working?
Okay. I think it's because it didn't show an image. Yeah, it didn't show me an image.
Sorry.
Link. All right.
They are in order.
Let's just get this right. So, €50 donation there. Thank you. And then a $1 donation from Keymods. So, Keymods gaming channel, games posted daily. Oh, it looks as if you're playing a lot of Doom. And look at that text.
My goodness.
He's smacked in the face by Doom Eternal Fortress.
Are there no characters in Doom Eternal?
they're all just bits of text.
It's a text-based adventure.
Oh, okay. I like Animal Crossing better so far then.
Sorry, folks. We're 2 hours into this now, so we're probably going to have a little bit of fun with these.
A little punchy.
Having said that, hey, 40 subscribers, each of his videos, doing pretty well. And he is going all in on Doom. And it's the right thing to do. Mm-hmm. Absolutely the right thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah, but let's be honest, those thumbnails are not selling the value proposition here.
Yeah.
It's just a lot of text, a lot in your face.
I mean, Do a search for Doom Eternal and see what the competing channels look like.
Now, Doom, I think, is a notoriously difficult game to screenshot because it's mostly darkness.
Yeah.
But I'm sure we'll be able to find some, except for the Markiplier ones when he just sticks his head on something.
Kind of a trademark. Well, a lot of people just use the Doom logo, don't they?
Yeah, they use like the default screenshots because it's just really hard. I think with Doom. I mean, what would we prefer? That type of thumbnail, one of these ones, or big chunk of text? I think experiment. Try some screenshots and see if it makes a difference. We could be wrong about this. It could be that at least this is unique.
I think if you're a Doom player, then you actually don't care what the thumbnail looks like. You just want the information.
Right.
For a lot of us who maybe are not Doom players, this kind of just doesn't grab us as much.
Yeah.
So Crucible of Sword and Fortress of Doom and Gladiator, I'm sure means something to someone. But I would have personally preferred like your old thumbnails. If you look further down, even if I don't know what the game is, at least I'm going, oh, okay, hold on, something's happening. There's a little bit of excitement, especially the ones in the bottom left, Modern Warfare, flawless hit. You can see it's a sniper shot.
Yeah,
I'm very up for that.
Yeah, good point.
Again, try experiment, because that's the whole thing with YouTube is we tend to forget that what works for some channels doesn't work for others, and you got to find where you're at. You're getting good views. Your channel's growing.
Yeah, certainly.
Nothing wrong with that. Remember, we're all seeing a little bit of an upsurge at the moment with traffic because a lot of people are obviously stuck at home, and a lot of people are searching on YouTube. Take advantage of the situation as it's happening right now. Try grab that audience and play around. Play around with your thumbnails. Bring maybe you into it. You with headphones on. You with a mic. That kind of thing that maybe makes it a little bit more personal, so you're not yet another Doom channel.
Baby and Kids Unlimited, you donated $20 there. Thank you very much. Now, I know a little bit about this type of content. These are reborn. I think they're like baby dolls for adults, but these can be seen as it's almost like when somebody has like a dog. What's the phrase now? Can't think of all of when somebody's had like
you can do this.
Not a guide dog, but like a dog for
support animal.
A support animal, and these can be like support dolls. People. Somebody who's potentially gone through grief. I'm not saying that this has happened for this person, but I think that's a reasoning of why these exist. Because I think if you first encounter this and you're not sure what this is about, it can be a little bit, whoa, that seems a bit strange. But this channel with 2,500 subscribers, here we are.
So go and sort by most popular, because that's going to give us a biggest clue.
That's like 4 videos in 24 hours. I just saw.
Look at that. Reborn Toddler made Reborn Toddler, the Reborn Babies, making Reborn Babies, Reborn Baby. So the word reborn in the title right at the beginning seems to do really well for you. 1, 2, 3. I mean, look, the top couple of videos are all reborn. Whereas your latest one, you've got breakfast, ASMR, some more foods related content, back to the baby.
Yeah, straying from their niche a little bit there. Yeah.
Okay, so just be careful. Go back to what you're good at. Go back to your original content. Why did those videos do well? I mean, 64,000 views, which I'm assuming that's where a lot of your subscribers, if not most of your subscribers, came from.
Yeah.
Can you replicate that? Can you go back to that and make another one and another one and another one? And that's the whole idea with this, is understanding.
I think that is your superpower. You're a reborn baby doll artist, and your most popular video is where you turn one of these reborn babies into. I think when she talks about Ariana, it's like Ariana Grande. I would assume the popular singer. This one. Am I right? Am I wrong? I kind of feel as if that's kind of what they're doing with that one, and that's why it was popular.
Oh no, unless Ariana Kit, it's a specific kind of artist.
Yeah, that could be it as well. I think
just go back to a lot of creators do that. They start a certain way, they grow, then they create new content. It doesn't really go so well. They do another bit of content, doesn't go so well, and then they go into like full-on panic mode. Well, let me do ASMR, let me do the news, let me do some pranks, and then you're completely off your initial channel focus. Go back to what you were good at, and then see, can I revisit this? Maybe now we're all stuck at home. Maybe there's an angle there. Maybe you can do something with the equipment that you currently have at home and use that to your advantage to help other people as well.
Mad Javi's beauty tips and vlogs, $2 donation there. Beauty, hair, fashion vlogs. What are we thinking here? The thumbnails are a little inconsistent, I would say. Again, it feels like a creator who's making thumbnails from scratch every single time. So maybe like a color scheme template type of thing.
And remember the whole "and" situation.
Yeah.
We want you to be as niche as possible. So when you go, I do beauty and hair and fashion and vlogs, there's a lot of ands there, which means there's a lot of things happening on your channel, which is perfectly fine. You'll still grow, just a lot slower than if you were really focused on one thing.
2 videos right here that look as if they're about skin care,
benefits.
And those 2 have like a couple of thousands of views.
And even the next one. Look at the next one. Magical remedies, remove under eye dark. So like those, it seems to be your thing. Do those more.
Do more of that thing, yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Sometimes we say the simplest things over and over again, but for a lot of channels, that's just where they need to go. Right, okay.
Hey, any idea how much has come in, or do we not have a total?
We don't have a total, unfortunately. This is another really frustrating thing with the donations. I would guess we're at like $300, $400 right now.
Nice.
Right, there's been a lot of donations here. Dan, thanks for sending all the links. I'm trying to work out where I am. Okay, Street Boy Heavy. I think we're going to have to just be honest and like snap through quite a few of these. Wow.
Wow.
Bear with me, but bear with me because I've got all sorts of tabs going up here, and everybody's seeing this live, which they don't usually, but we're doing it in a bit of a strange.
That's okay. Everyone's still hanging out here. People are still enjoying the stream.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just going to try and load up a few here all at once to just try and make sure that we got a few to get through.
Oh, I was trying to name them for you. Good.
Right. Okay. So we got $2 from Street Boy Heavy, $5 from Anonymous, $12, interesting amount there, from Fully Involved Media Group, and $5 from Fate and Fishing, and $20 from Carthew's Dojo, and I think I've loaded up all of them. So, first of all, Street Boy Heavy, welcome to YouTube. Awesome. How have you got 366 subscribers when you've only made one video which got 30 views? I will ask that as a somewhat slightly suspicious question. You're a good Minecraft player, but we haven't seen any Minecraft content. Have you restarted from your channel from scratch?
It looks like it says my new channel. Maybe there used to be some old content on this and they've just started again. That's what it seems like.
Yeah. So our advice is pick a niche, create your entire channel around it, build an audience, and good luck. I'm not sure where else we could go with that one.
And a channel banner.
And a channel banner, yeah. Channel banner, absolutely. And some playlists and a trailer and all the things, all of the people.
All the things.
Fully Involved Media Group. You've just hit 1,000 subscribers. Congratulations to you.
Well done.
Fires, Crime, Car Crashes. Ooh.
Yeah, and I've actually looked at some of their thumbnails. And
first to capture when news breaks. Are they trying to capture news events? Okay.
Yeah. Go back to the top for one more time, just to see. Fully Involved Media Group.com. Okay, so this already screams like a brand as opposed to an individual channel. We bring honest and factual reporting. Okay, so that's what it. That's
so
what it seems
are you
like.
Capturing footage that you maybe sell to or offer to news?
There is a really cool show on Netflix about stringers that I am obsessed with. Of course, they haven't had any new seasons, and it's what this is. So freelancers that go out and find stuff and they film it and then they try to sell it to the local news. Really cool show. And one of those channels. That's what they do.
So I guess in this case, this isn't really a YouTube channel. It's it's
a library. It's a library.
A library for selling content.
By the way, we're assuming all this because we have nothing really to go on except for what we can see.
Yeah.
The big thing is, by the way, if you are selling content, well, say that. If this is your business, superb. In your channel art, you should have that. Licensing available, message me, all of those good things. Because if that's what you do as a brand, and that is your business, nothing wrong with that at all. You're doing it absolutely the right way. You're not worried about how many views. You just want to get out to all the media outlets to make sure they know that you're available to have this content for sale, but you haven't said that anywhere. So in your channel art, I would absolutely make that a thing that you do.
You're not going to build a community. You're not going to have like organic channel growth.
Right.
It's boom or bust, viral videos. And if that's your approach, all right. I mean, maybe with a thumbnails, you can maybe have some custom thumbnails. I guess that is a really impactful thumbnail, whereas that one isn't. But at the same time, when I look at that title, you've got to be really careful with putting that sort of stuff on YouTube, because again, you're going up against community guidelines, so be really careful. This is all about, I guess, most of it is about bad news, let's be honest. It's about crashes, deaths, serious health concerns. Ultimately, I don't think YouTube wants this type of stuff on its platform, so you have to contend with that as well.
I will say that I recognize the thumbnail in the second video there, the one from a week ago. And I recognize it because they posted a different one that was very similar. And it was a first responder, presumably, but they were to the side. And I said, when you have a person in your thumbnail and they're not even looking at the camera, it's a bit tough. You want to connect with them. So I can tell this person's trying to like tweak things.
Right.
That is the same video. I think they changed it based on that advice. And I can tell that by that, they probably are looking to get this content found on YouTube. So this is what everything you guys said is just super important, I think.
Yeah. Faith and Fishing. This might be the first fishing channel we've actually tackled here.
In a while. Tackled. Very good.
Yeah. I didn't even realize I was putting it out there. What are we usually going to say here? What's the most important thing in a fishing channel? It's a fish or whatever you catch. So let's have big, huge images of that, and don't distract the viewer with bright poppy text, bright poppy colors and text, which is just going to distract you completely. And so I think that's like a good example of a thumbnail. This one's actually done quite well. Maybe you've caught something unusual, but yeah, I'm thinking get rid of text.
Well, hold it. And the one that's done well, it says the word step by step.
Yeah, so the tutorial aspect of that
tutorial,
one.
right?
Very nice.
And then, but again, 80 subscribers, 300 views, 100 views, 549 views.
Didn't spot that, yeah.
There's nothing wrong with that. It's about making the hero really stand out. If you're going to use text, make it nice and legible. I'm not sure the whole yellow thing is doing anything for you. Remember, thumbnails, we've got such a small real estate on thumbnails as it is. Zoom in right in on the thing that you caught, on the fish, the lure that you're using, the fishing rod that you're using. That is what people are here for. They want to see that. So yellow, it's okay.
Carthus Dojo. Okay, 90,000 subscribers. Congratulations already on the success of your channel and on the donation here as well. And we fall into this topic where Dan, Travis, and I struggle really badly because it's about animation and manga, and we have no idea about that. So, Leron, take this one away.
Oh yeah, I mean it's pretty obvious. I mean, it's obvious. All right, go to the top. Let's start at the top. What's going on here? Okay, so Dragon Ball on the right-hand side, that's going to be probably cut out on mobile.
You'll get Dra, I think, on the mobile app. Yeah.
And then you'll maybe have half a character on the left side.
Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. So have a look at that. Go to the About section before we even start looking at the channel itself. I discussed Dragon Ball Z, Okay, perfect.
Now, I've spotted this already in the titles, what if scenarios. Yes. And I think that is where the channel's strength is. Whenever they have a what if.
Yep. Look at that one for 21,000. What if Goku? See, you've already got information there. What if? So all your what ifs, your first three what ifs there have got 21,000, 58,000, and 64,000 just by starting with the sentence, what if? So, hey, even your next one, what if was born with God I don't know. Your thumbnails are appealing to that audience, and you've got a nice mixture between good text and good graphics. They can see it, and you do say part 4. Now, a lot of people make the question or the mistake of, if they're putting a part 4, that immediately tells me I need to watch part 1, part 2, part 3 before I understand what's going on in part 4. And maybe that is the case now, and that's also cool. Just be aware, if you're putting in numbers, we're expecting a series of stuff. You do have one with 217,000. What's going on there? Maybe there's something specific you can double down on that. Maybe you can bring a follow-up to that. Maybe use the same character again in a different way. And then it looks like you've gone to have you in the thumbnails and then not in the thumbnails. You tried, obviously, the YouTuber face pointing and doing all that good stuff. And then you just went back to what works, which is great. There's nothing wrong with experimenting. You're just giving your audience what they want, and they're obviously responding very, very nicely to what you have to say.
I think this channel knows its niche. What if?
Absolutely.
I'm just wondering if they can somehow do some really funky stuff. Like, what if a really famous character appeared in The Simpsons? I'm just thinking of something wild and out there. Like, you can try and merge your really popular animation series with the concept of what if, but then try and bring in it might be Pokemon or like another anime. You may have already done that, but I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z and all that sort of stuff.
And the last thing is, if what if is your big catchphrase, stick what if into the banner, into the channel banner.
Yeah.
Because that's immediately going to grab my attention. Say, hey, what's going on here?
Okay, how are we doing? There's still loads to do. Nerpath, $5 here. I've got this one loaded up. Oh, it's an even bigger channel. 750,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
Phew. Dan, I'm going to sit back and let you take this one away because, how do we help out this channel?
How do we help this channel? Well, okay. So, I mean, geez, where do you even start? Some of these videos have close to 500,000 views. I mean, that's 250,000. That's crazy. But then there's other videos that have 20,000 views, which is interesting.
Yeah.
So I guess the advice there would be to double down on the stuff that's really gotten a lot of people to watch. And it looks like I unlocked level 1000 in Fortnite and got this. Like, that's a lot of suspense. That's a huge achievement. Anything you can do in Fortnite that is a monumental achievement, I think, is obviously going to do a lot better than, the time you got the Deadpool skin.
Is it fair to say that this creator is being a bit lazy with their thumbnails?
Yes, but I've seen this in bigger channels too. I've seen like.
I guess the criticism might be, well, this channel with 750,000 subscribers, this video here only got 27,000 views. Is that because you didn't push? Whereas this one, where we think you've really put some effort into the XP thing, that's got a lot more views. I could be wrong here. I'm just like, where can we help this creator?
It looks like they're just scenes from the game, and I feel like maybe this creator got to a point where they're like, why do I need custom thumbnails? People are watching.
Yeah.
And I'm making that's a really big assumption, but then if we scroll down, sure enough, there's custom thumbnails. So I don't see a problem with custom thumbnails because I feel like more people are going to click on your videos. You may be missing out on views you would have otherwise gotten because I can tell in your latest video, it's just the game.
So here's a quick one. Go to the community tab.
Community tab. Here we go.
One day ago, nice. 1 day ago, great. 2 days ago, perfect. Nice and consistent. So you'll see a lot of the bigger channels are using their community tab more often, using it as a way to engage with the audience, let them know they're still around, letting them know these giveaways, and that seems to be working really, really well. And again, remember, community tab is another notification to your audience. So use that to your advantage. Even if you're a smaller channel, if you've got the community tab and you're not uploading it like weekly, if not daily, it's a huge missed opportunity. People might not see your notification, but they might see it when you get on the community tab.
Hey, do you guys want some context?
Yes.
In chat, you audited me, this channel, you audited me a year and a half ago when I had 10,000 subscribers.
Oh, yeah.
I wanted new insight now that my channel has grown since then. Thanks. Thank you for that context.
Brilliant. I'm going to take all the credit for that because I don't know if Travis was auditing at that time.
I wasn't
Nerpath,
here.
you're welcome. But what I would say, Nerpath, if you got 750,000 subscribers, come on, give us more than $5. Sorry, I turned into Bob Geldof for a second there. Well, congratulations, Nerpath.
Well done. Yeah.
Well done.
Absolutely.
We'll take 1% of the credit. It's all of your content and stuff, and we'll just put
I
signposts.
like the way he phrased that. It's like, you helped me grow my channel.
Yeah.
Like, what? You went from 10,000 to 765,000? That's ridiculous. Well done.
Well done, sir. Yeah, and just keep it up, and hopefully come back in when you got 7.5 million subscribers, and donate $10 next time when you do that. All right.
Ouch.
All right, let's cross all of these off. And are you guys still okay? I've really. If anybody's struggling and needs a break, then do so. Right, I'm going to try and click some buttons and bring up some more.
I think Travis has got a call shortly, and I do too. So just letting you know, you might be
if
down.
you need to drop out, we'll find. I'm just trying to find up the next channels. Is that the right one? Memory Troll, and then what was the one before
one of them.
that? Sorry, I'm just doing a bit of. Right, so that was the one that we've just audited. So it's everything below that I can now load up. So I press some more links.
You're welcome, Nerpa. Good luck.
Wow. All right, so I think I've just clicked on everything, Dan, that you sent me. So let's just go through. So Cato Twins is the last one that we've seen there. Thank you to Anonymous for $20. Thank you for $3 there.
Whoa. Did you see what just happened?
No.
You called him out saying only $5. And he went, you're not going to get away with that.
Missed zero.
He has just dropped a 50.
Boom. Thank
Well
you. Thank you. And thank you from everybody around the world. I'm not just saying donate that so that vidIQ gets money. Remember, none of this is going to us. This is to support a fund. And so we really appreciate it. Maybe I should make a lot more people feel guilty and they'll donate more. I'm joking, of course. Nerpath, thank you very much. Really appreciate that. Memory Troll with a $5. Let's X with $20. And N and L with $5, 400 AGL with $10, and Cato Twins with $5. I think that covers all the channels we're about to look at. Memory Troll, storytelling, nerd musings, and nostalgia. Ooh,
oh, wow.
So immediately we're all like, this is something completely different on YouTube. I like it.
And
what's it about?
Well.
Tom Cruise is cool. Game of Thrones recap. Wild Bunch remake. Okay, what the about section, is that going to tell us something?
Not even a little bit.
So my guess is it's mini video essays of some kind, and that's the best I could probably offer.
But great thumbnails.
About popular culture, maybe films and acting a little bit. That's as far as I can go with that.
Okay.
I wonder, the titles are really simple. The thumbnails are nice. They have a lot of views and not a lot of subscribers. I'm perplexed.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, because we don't watch the videos, we don't know what the call to action is. Like, how is it being portrayed? Is it a video essay or is it screenshots from movies? We just don't know. But Memory Troll, and if you go up to the top, it kind of says musing. What was that thing? Storytelling, nerd musing, and nostalgia. Okay, kind of get it. How do you translate that into videos? Well, you've done it really well on a couple of them. And then you got one from a month ago. So it's like 6 months ago and 7 months ago, 8 months ago, you were at it. So you do one a month, it would look like. Took a bit of a break and then picked it up again a month ago, and then you've done 2. So maybe it's just a momentum thing. You just got to get back into it. But without watching, this is the kind of content you need to watch to get some advice on this.
I'm going to maybe suggest one thing. You have this one outlier video which got over 100,000 views. Would you be able to do a series of videos on the Indiana Jones series? You may hate this idea, but look at it from this point of view. This one video accounts for 50, 100 of these next videos, which are getting 100 views, maybe a few thousand views. And like, you can build up an audience with that one series. And then once that audience loves you for that series, they'll say, like, do one on like Star Wars next or whatever, and then you can take their advice and go into something else. So that would just be an idea there. But yeah, intriguing channel, and like you say, we probably need to click on it to know more about it. Let's X, 16 subscribers, new videos every Monday, Wednesday, Friday. Gaming Risk, Dan, Rift Collapse.
I think these are games.
Rift
A Hat in Time.
River City.
Is A Hat in Time in those titles? They're kind of cut off.
A Hat in Time.
Oh, yeah, there it is. There in the top of that one. Okay. Sometimes they're at the top. Maybe they're at the back of other titles. Interesting. Okay. I don't know how old that game is. I don't know anything about it. Honestly, I've heard the name and that's
Yeah.
it.
Maybe the game is a little too niche. They've been covering it extensively and for a long time, and so they moved onto it 4 months ago after ending Mario Maker.
Yeah. Yeah, and this might be a case of how popular is the game you're playing. It looks like you're doing a lot with the titles, and in my opinion, if people are searching for Hat in Time content, you're probably doing a lot to get discovered.
Here's what I think might be happening. I might be wrong about this. I'd have to click on a video to find out because they're doing custom thumbnails now. When I look at all these Mario Maker ones, which got 0 views, didn't do anything, nothing at all. Then I look at all these videos that get maybe 7 views, 25 views. So they're doing a little bit better. It feels like, irrespective of the gaming content, you're doing exactly the same video format or commentary or no commentary, and it's not working. So I think there needs to be looking at audience retention or something that's going to give you an indication as to why people are not looking at the content at all. Because there's almost no data to go off here.
But I will tell you that if you do a search for Hat in Time, I mean the top video is 1.2 million views, then 548,000 views.
Right.
So it's obviously a popular video. It looks like it's a Nintendo Switch video.
Mm-hmm.
So, but I think you're right. I think it may be a format down to the show itself that maybe isn't just connecting with the right people. The good news is that if it's a show format thing, well, that's easy to work on. Then try different stuff until something sticks.
The thumbnails for me are pretty good.
No, nothing wrong with that. Absolutely.
Wrong with them, yeah.
And they're very much comparable to, if I look at the other thumbnails, they're very much in comparison to that. Yeah.
And guys, but yeah, lots of fun. If you guys are still going after my next call, swing back.
Probably will be, Travis. See you at 4:00. NNL Lifestyle. Okay. I'm not sure what you are from your channel banner. New videos every week. It feels like a prank, something you do with your partner and family style of content. Look at this to begin with. These first 2 videos did really well. I wonder if there's maybe maybe not some paid stuff going on there.
Maybe Facebook?
Yeah, maybe
something
some
like
sharing
that.
Somewhere. And then they've just, if you look at it, it's almost as if every video is view-wise is deteriorated. So why might that be?
Chapstick challenge with my crush did okay.
Yeah, there was an upsurge in that one.
Interesting.
Things like this, it's going to need to connect with a very specific audience. You need to recognize that. So if it's vlogging, it's one thing. If it's family vlogging, it's another. If it's vlogging but with a prank twist, again, it's another type of audience. So it's almost kind of, where do you want to go, or are you just doing your thing, trying to find a footing, and then you'll decide. And that's also fine. I mean, the first video was uploaded 3 weeks ago.
Yeah, and they've got 2,500 views.
Right, so maybe there's something there. Maybe you're still experimenting. That's fine. Your thumbnails are okay. I just hate the red, obviously. And if you're going to use text, just make sure that the text is legible, because we want to be able to read. I'm not sure, like the Buffalo Wings one, or the Wings one, it was great. You had the hot chili and you had the wings. You get it. The other ones of revenge prank and lying on the bed, it's like, who are you? What's the thing there? So experiment. You're still new. The nice thing about being new is that it gives you opportunity to try lots of different things until something clicks, and then be able to go more into that.
Yep. Let's move on. Oh, well, we can definitely tell what this channel is about instantly from the channel banner. It's about drones. Very simple. Nice. I mean, just with the pictures of drones, you get the idea of a channel, which is great to see. You have over 1,000 subscribers. Let's see. So you do quite a few live streamy things. In fact, is it all live streaming here? Feels like it.
Some videos are very short, though.
You get a 1-minute video and a 1-hour video next to each other.
Oh, do you think it's like there's a video advertising the stream, and then a video advertising the next stream, and then a stream?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, because it says tonight.
Yeah, tonight. Yeah.
Right, okay. I was looking at Thursday sunrise. Right. So, my general question to you, sir, would be: is YouTube the right platform for you if you're doing a lot of live streaming, and maybe Twitch or a live stream platform might be better? And what do you talk? Oh yeah, I see what you mean, like for the minutes and then the long live streams.
Go to the About section.
Yeah, let's have a look.
Right, so it's a platform saying, hey, this is what I do. This is the drones that I have. These are my business inquiries. I help. Okay, there we go. So there's the first thing. I also share helpful tips and things undiscovered on them. So again,
I'm not seeing any of that.
That's the whole thing. Because notice how confused we are, right? If we're confused and we're spending lots of time trying to understand it, you can imagine that the average viewer is going to take one look at this and going, what's going on here? I'm gone. Be mindful all the time about the viewer. What's the viewer experience? They land on their channel. They don't know who you are. Why do they want to subscribe? Why do they want to watch your content? If I see this with a video that's got 1 minute, another one that's an hour, another one 1 minute, another one 58 minutes, the thumbnail doesn't grab me enough to make me want to click and to understand what's going on. 400 AGL live with a date stamp. Nobody on this planet is searching for that.
Except for maybe his community, because one of the
that's
things
perfect. Nothing wrong with it. Yeah,
and then it's much more suited to like a Facebook group where you can have like open discussions and chats and things. There's one video down here which is like how to live stream DJI to Osmo camera. Look at that, 800 views. You've done a tutorial. You've given me like something that I can search for, find, and watch, and that's the type of content that's going to do well on YouTube.
You're right. I mean, it could already have a built-in community somewhere, and using this as a way to just house the videos. And again, just remember that we're seeing this for the very first time. We have no context whatsoever, but we're doing it. The reason this works is because your average viewer is not going to have any context either. So we're telling you what we can see, not so we can say how bad your channel is, but so we can understand what an average consumer looks at and says, "Oh, I don't know what AGL live date stamp is. That's not attractive." But if you had renamed it something like, "Oh, you got to see what happened on the stream tonight," it's a little bit more inviting.
We talk about the what and the why of channels, don't we?
Yeah,
and when we visited this channel, we immediately got the what, drones, but we still are not getting the why we should watch the content.
Like, why should I watch it? Why should I subscribe?
Yeah. All right. But thank you for the donation, 400 AGL.
I have a question.
Yes.
Go. Before we get away from that, the videos leading up to the live streams, is there a reason for that, or can you schedule live streams when you're a smaller channel? Is that feature available?
Once you got over 1,000 subscribers, you should be able to do whatever you like.
Okay, because that just seems unnecessary to like put a video out every time before a live stream.
Yeah, and
your scheduled live stream should do that for you. Yeah. So that's why I wanted to ask, because maybe there's a reason for that. But sorry.
Okay. Keto Twins, recipes, motivation, life.
So it's keto.
Is anybody allowed to say keto, or is that me just getting it wrong?
Just you.
Is it not tomatoes? Tomatoes?
It's a you thing.
All right, keto, whatever. All right, 1,000 subscribers. You're twins, so that's already like a unique proposition for the channel, which is always good. And I think you're pushing that in your videos, which is great to see. Nice poppy thumbnails. When you use text, it's big and punchy in most cases, which is good to see. What I will say is that when you have food in your thumbnails, which you obviously need if it's a keto diet, then you're not, I don't think you're selling the food enough, except for that one, the fried shrimp. Boy, that's like a beautiful image there. And the other ones where you're sort of in there yourself, it doesn't quite really resonate as well. But you're sticking to topic. The audience is generally there. Like you have a fairly consistent view count. What do we think, chaps?
Sort by most popular again.
Oh, love that thumbnail as well, by the way. There's some really good thumbnails, and then there's some not as great thumbnails when you're taking images with food. Yeah, sort by most popular.
Let's have a look at that.
I'm there.
Okay, so break your weight loss, 2 months keto check, keto twins, how to lose weight, starting with keto. Okay, so there's a bit of a trend there.
It's some videos about cooking, and then the ones that were doing really well were about the actual weight loss journey.
Yes.
Oh yeah, so the top
That's
four
exactly.
are all about weight loss specifically with a keto diet. So are they still doing that? So yeah, here and there. So maybe they need to make a decision about we're actually going to pivot to emphasizing the weight loss that you can gain from this type of diet, rather than maybe like the actual foods and ingredients they're using there as a test.
Well, and have a look at those whenever they kind of make it a little bit vlog, a little bit about them, like the keto diet will kill us, right? $3.99. So kind of find out whether your audience wants to see more about your journey or whether they're more interested in getting the valuable information that you provide. But it's doing nicely. The ratio, I mean, the views are great. It's consistent. 1 week ago, 5 days ago, 3 days ago, one day ago. That's what it's all about, is experimenting and finding out what works for that channel.
Yeah.
But I would find a consistency with your thumbnails because you're a little bit changed.
Yeah, experiment with every thumbnail. Every font is different. Every color is different.
Yeah. Find a standard, stick to it for 4 or 5 videos, and then do the next one.
All right, I've got to now click on some more links from Dan. Let's bring these boys up. That one. And then that one. Is that all of them, Dan, I think? Am I up to date now?
Pokey Pixie would be...
Yeah. All right, let's just stop the videos playing on all of these. And now let's have a look at the donation stream actually now. So... Keto Twins with $5, another $1 anonymous, Jams Gaming Station, and then Nerpa, thank you for the $50, appreciated, and Skill Trees with $20. So is that
Beautiful.
the last donation that we currently have? Okay. Jams Gaming Station, is that? Yeah, that's the next one. What do we got? Play, learn, grind. What are we grinding on here? A game. I mean,
easy, Tiger.
1 month old. What game is this, Dan?
I don't know, but
sure.
between the channel banner, the logo,
Brawl
and the
Stars as well.
Okay, this channel is doing a lot of good things in terms of like their artwork. The latest thumbnail, not so much because it's just too zoomed out. But like some of these are really colorful and eye catching. At the same time, I'd still work on the text, bit thin at times, hard to read. I don't know what game this is. It's driving me crazy.
It's Brawl Stars. It's
all of them.
Yeah, it's the next Supercell game, I think, because I recognize the maps and I recognize some of the characters. So it feels like Brawl Stars to me.
I wonder if, let's see, Gaming Station. I wonder if mobile games focus on Brawl Stars. Cool. Okay. I wonder if what we could be doing here is trying to answer some more questions about the game rather than just doing this content strategy of what some of that. This is exactly what I've seen from like large channels in terms of the titling, all caps, trying to get like the most impact and intrigue in the title, but you're not using search terms per se. I do see top 5. That's always good. Anytime you can do a listicle, but you're muddling it with gadget rankings. And then what are the top? So top 5 gadget rankings, Brawl Stars probably would have done it. You know, there's probably a lot there that's messing you up. I think what we need to do is try to tone down the titles and get them more focused on the questions you're answering.
Yeah, I would go along with that, and maybe just a little less text in the thumbnails as well, and focus on the item or the character that you specifically want to talk about.
Some of them are much better than others, and whenever you do a character on a more neutral background, it works a lot better.
Skill Tree, hey, we already audited this channel. They've already updated their thumbnail, their channel banner. It looks like Dan, you remember this channel, don't you?
I do.
All right, let's pass this one on to Leron then, and let's see if we can work out what this channel's about. Because I think Travis, Dan, and I were talking about this for a while on Tuesday.
Okay, go back to the top. Let's have a look.
All right.
Let's start this. Skill Tree, learn just about everything. It's an education channel, right? Okay, level up your skills every week. Okay, so it's like more of short bursts of information, little tutorials on different stuff.
All right, let's take a look at the thumbnails.
Okay, so nice thumbnails. Still have got the red, but at least got the white overlay, so you can actually make the text pop out nicely. Little green accents in the back, but you can still see like the Jedi holster. You can see what that is. COVID-19, and you got that whole Mask from Venice, Italy thing, Eyes Wide Shut. I don't know, whatever you want to choose. Assassin's Cloak. Okay, cool. So I mean, is it more like a how to make these things?
Yeah, it felt to me like it was a how to craft items from I was thinking like a time period of like the 1100s to the like 1700s, or like almost like this.
1700 is clearly
Assassin's Creed style.
We all know that in the 1700s is when the lightsaber was born. Anyway, so that is clearly out in the time machine. But it does look cool. I mean, this is make a custom rubber, make a custom Witcher, skill tree. See, like this is what I don't get. Everything starts with make Witcher, make an Assassin's Creed, make leather, make bow, then it changes to etching metal with 9-volt battery. Could you find a way to use the make a in more, like whatever your catchphrase is, like amulets of awesome, maybe make an amulet of awesome. And if you could stick the word how to in there, then you start competing with 5-minute crafts.
Yeah, like how to handcraft, or how to. I'm just spitballing here with search terms.
See, there we go, 5-minute craft style, right?
Yeah.
But you do bring something very different. It's not your whole.
Yeah, that's what
which I love. I think that's actually a really good niche. It's very different, and it's still a how-to channel. Pokemon Sword and Shield, Zacian Sword. Can clearly see I play the game. These are all stuff that I'm not going to find. It's unusual how-to, which is awesome. This is really cool. I mean, you could spend a lot of time on this channel.
Yeah, and I think we were thinking if one of these pops and goes viral, like the Jedi holster thing, if you release that maybe just before the release of a Star Wars film, I think we were saying maybe tie into popular culture where you can.
Right, exactly. But the one thing I will say, then your little chalkboard banner then doesn't do you justice.
Dan, I'm sure that was different on Tuesday, don't you? I think they've updated this.
Sorry.
I thought they just added the stuff on the left there.
Maybe, I can't remember. I just can't remember chalk style. I thought he was in the thumbnail and it had more green in it, but I could be wrong.
Because you see, I mean, look how awesome his thumbnail is, and it's got all these cool things that he's making, and there's fire, and there's flames, there's pizza, there's swords, there's a whole bunch of stuff, and then your chalkboard looks like I'm a school teacher.
Yeah, there is a juxtaposition there.
A little bit, yeah. Cool channel though.
Pokey Pixie, 4,000 subscribers. Looks like a girl gamer as well, which is brilliant. And what I like is that you're making sure that you're front and center in the thumbnails to appeal to a niche audience, but a less competitive audience. So fantastic work on that. Dan, this is all about Animal Crossing. This is the game that you're the number one fan of. So yeah, what's going on?
It's taken over my life. So it looks like you've just gone all in with that. And prior to that, it looks like you're doing unboxings, and it looks like you might have hit a stride with some of those cute Nintendo Switch accessories. Part 2, 61,000 views. Interesting. But you do seem to stick to Nintendo, Animal Crossing. Okay, that's good. I'm going to say, just looking at your latest videos, because those are the most relevant right now, given the game just came out, I think your thumbnails are just a bit too busy, because you're trying to tell like two different stories in each one. You've split them in half, but for no rhyme or reason. Like, for example, in your latest one, you have the town hall. You know, that's like a big moment in the game. What you could have done is put the tent before it's the town hall, and then an arrow to like the town hall or something like that. The text is kind of small and unnecessary, I think. The game is really cute, and it will do a lot of the work for you. So that would be my advice out of the gate for sure.
Two videos that are screaming out to me here. Cute Nintendo Switch accessories. Make a massive series of those videos. That is your superpower on YouTube right now. You could extend it to maybe cute video gaming accessories in the future. But these two videos are 5 months apart, and they both did awesomely well. And you'll have got most of your subscribers from those two videos. So I think along with all of the other good stuff that you're doing, no doubt about it, maybe you could do like a cute Nintendo Animal Crossing accessories.
There's a whole console, Nintendo Switch console for Animal Crossing.
There you go. All right. But great start for the channel. I think you know your niche. Just continue to drill down into that niche even further, especially with these two, because I don't think I've ever seen a female gamer cover cute Nintendo accessories on YouTube. You're probably like one of the highest ranked on those sorts of videos, so do more of them.
I think that this creator has a really, really unique opportunity with this too,
I do,
because a lot of creators are like, what game do I play on my gaming channel? You're covering the console, which actually allows you to play whatever. It's still relevant to what you're doing. Those videos may not do as well as your cute accessories, but they'll definitely keep feeding your audience as you make those more impactful videos.
Yeah. Whew. All right. What is the time? It's 1:49 local time. So we've been on for nearly 3 hours. Oh my word. And that is the last donation that I can see from all of the people who've donated. So let's just quickly scroll through this. Like, I don't know if we've audited all of these channels. I guess we have. So what we're thinking, maybe $100 donated there. Maybe about 200 now. 300 at a guess. I'm reckoning we probably raised about $500 there, if not more, for a very worthy cause. So first of all, thank you for actually parting with some money to help with what everybody is going through right now. It really is appreciated. And thank you to Dan, Travis, and Liron, who have taken time out of your day to help me with this live stream. It really is appreciated. We don't care how many people are watching in this live stream. That's not important. The fact is that we've all come together as a community to do something. And we may do this again next week. And until this all goes away, I think we maybe need to think of a better strategy than 3 hours of live streaming. But other than that, like, any final thoughts, Dan and Liron?
Don't forget to like and subscribe.
Adding a quick channel plug in there. Dan, anything from you?
If you're interested in channel audits, we do it every Tuesday. And if you don't get your channel audited on Tuesday, you can always go into the vidIQ Discord, where it's full of tons of creators just like you, trying to learn more about what they could be doing and people sharing advice. vidiq.com/Discord. It should be linked below. And it's a ever-growing community of YouTubers. So go check it out.
And Rob, we need you to say your catchphrase, because we cannot end a live stream without the Rob famous catchphrase.
Well, what I would say, first of all, if I have missed anybody in this list, I don't think so. I think we caught everybody. As far as I can see, I'm just scrolling through the list, and I think we've caught everybody. If we have, we sincerely apologize that we have. It's maybe a technical glitch or something slipped through the net, and we apologize for that. What I would usually say at this point in live streams is time is the most important currency on YouTube, but today isn't. It is your donations to the COVID-19 support fund, and we really do appreciate that. We will be back as usual next week on Tuesday for regular channel audits. But yeah, Liron, you're on screen with me, so if you can wave awkwardly to the camera. Enjoy the rest of your video making day. Stay healthy, stay safe,